What's up, everybody? It is every other Wednesday night here on Three Star Draw and also over on the Crusty Old Crow channel. That means it is time for the Backyard Battlefield with me down south 77 Three Star Draw. And
Rusty old crow, who seems to be the only one on screen as I'm seeing it right now.
I was just going to let you lead in. So I don't
Well,
know. I don't know
how's my
why. I
lipstick?
just
And let me know in the chat.
looks good. I just noticed that. I also just noticed that we don't have a background because I didn't set up a background. So I'll remedy that as we go. So that just really has screwed up my whole
Could we call it do-over?
Like, get that out of the way. I can end it. No, I'll have to make a new one. I can't do that. So
it's like when you started it, I was the only one on the screen. I'm like, God damn it. Why don't you warn me before you do these things?
I wasn't actually planning on doing that. So.
No, I know you weren't. Oops.
So there's our one from last time. So I'll put that up temporarily so I can add today's thumbnail that got made just over an hour ago. So let's try that again. Wednesday, every other Wednesday on the Backyard Battlefield. Me, Crusty Old Crow, and we're here to talk nonsense for the next 2 to 3 hours. Might be a little shorter show tonight. I don't know. Maybe Crow's got to get up early, and we're kind of light on subject matter, but I think we got something funny.
Yeah, I mean, last time we said we were light on something, we had a good time anyway. So we didn't cancel the show. The show goes on.
We always have a good time. It's just I don't know how good a time anybody else has, but we have fun.
It's true. Sometimes the bus is empty, right?
Yeah, that's right. You're just driving around wasting gas. You gotta waste a little gas. So we'll say hi to the chat here in just a minute. We got 21 folks watching, so hit that like wherever you are watching on if you hadn't already. We appreciate it. What have you been up to today, my man? And I'll combine that with the other question, and you can answer it all at once. How is the weather up there in Canada? Did you get any of the blizzard?
All right. Brace yourselves, folks. Old man weather story. No, it's not going to be that long. I have gotten more snow tonight. I got more snow yesterday, so we're at about 2 feet. 2 feet or more right now, just over the last couple of days of accumulation and piling. And I got my car stuck in my own damn driveway because I pulled out and then I was like, did I lock the door? So I backed back in and I didn't, the snow removal guy didn't clear my driveway to the max width and I forgot. And I backed right into a snowbank, spent the next 3 hours of my day digging myself out, canceled a doctor's appointment, and then went to bed feeling like, oh, that's where every joint of my body is. Ow. that was my day.
Terrible.
Yeah.
This is terrible. So
and then,
it's a combined answer. It answers both questions.
Yeah. I mean, you would think it was a bad week if I were to just say that was all I did, but it wasn't that bad of a week. I shouldn't overstate things, but it certainly sucked. How was your week? How's your weather?
Today wasn't too bad. It finally warmed up a bit down here. We're getting a little bit of rain. Gonna get some rain tonight. It was Monday was cold. We had a cold Monday. Yesterday warmed up, and then today was like in the like the mid 50s, I guess, but it was overcast all day today. Wasn't too bad, but last week we've already had days in the 70s. Like we had one day that hit 76 already. Shit is starting to like bud out and bloom. All of the buttercups are blooming.
Oh God, we're months away here from
that. Yeah,
I should say we're months away. We're at least weeks and weeks away, but
it's a little early for that. It's a little early, but not super early. We always have some pretty warm days in February down here. So I want one more snow. I know you're sick of snow. I want one more just snow. No more ice. No more
ice. Is that just so you can take pictures, or do you have something else you didn't do in snow yet?
I just like to go out and I think it's pretty. I think it's pretty, and I like how quiet it is because it dampens the sound for everything. So I enjoy that.
That's fair. Yeah. I've taken snow for granted my whole life. So
Yeah, like
yeah.
we don't get enough of it here to we kind of cherish it, but we're ready for it to come and then get the hell on out. So
Well, like I said, if politics goes the dark way and we're all just all neighbors in one big country,
yeah,
I demand a province or a state swap, whatever it's going to be. Somebody's got to come here up into Ontario, and I got to take their place in Hawaii.
at least shipping will be cheaper.
No, I'll be dumb. I'll go to Hawaii. Shipping will remain the
Oh,
same. If not,
let's see, SCS Dog, and then let's see, Clint Jorgensen. I think they got connect in Hawaii that could get you there. So
Mython used to live in Hawaii, didn't he?
yeah, it's Mython too. That's right.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and say hi to the chat, because if I don't, it's going to get buried, and I want to try to say hi. We got 29 folks watching. So,
Oh wow.
yeah. So we got Shane's here, Same Time Toys, saying, let's do this.
Do what?
Let's do it. Let's do it to it.
Whatever it is, we're doing it.
We're going to do it. Crimson Cobra Commander's in the house. Hello, everyone.
Welcome back, Triple C.
Good to see you back, buddy.
Always.
We got Son of a Crayon Slayer saying, hey now. Got Liquid Identity, which way back said, what's up, Buttercups? Like before we ever started. And I thought it was funny that we just talked about Buttercups.
Here you go.
Paul Morales is in the house. What's up, Paul?
Hey, Paul.
Matthew Matson is here saying, what's up, nerds?
Isn't that Punk's line? Can't steal Punk's line.
Well, it's Matthew's line. Punk just has the sound bite.
No, Punk says, what's up, fools?
Yeah, Punk says fools.
Fools.
Matthew also says, R.I.P. Robert Carradine. From Revenge of the Nerds. Passed away Monday or yesterday.
Well, we've lost a few. It was like over the last month, right? Like Paul Newman or whatever. Yeah. Was it Newman?
Robert
I feel
Duvall.
like that's the wrong. Duvall, thank you. I was going to say, I feel like I've said the wrong name and I know it.
I gotta get some Robert Duvall clips because he's got a lot of good ones.
Well, I won't pretend I was a bigger fan of him in life than I was. It was just, I knew he was a respected actor. That's about it.
Oh, yeah. He was good, man. I like just about everything I ever saw him in. Gasland Mechanics here. What's up, Gasland?
Yo.
Let's see.
See me pulling out all my dreadnoughts while we're saying hi here.
Speaking of dreadnoughts, there's Evil Dookie. What's up?
Yo.
I'm taking StreamYard lessons from me. It happens to all of us. Billy Butch is here saying Bush League. I know, right? Let's see. Got Mr. Shark Eyes Adam. What's up? Saying greetings, friends. Happy birthday. I know it's not your birthday where you are anymore, but we're still celebrating you for a couple more hours.
I just did this whole debate last night on Circle of Jerks over time travel and birthdays. And is it his birthday still or not? His birthday's in the past, but we wished him a happy one, and that's what matters.
That's right.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got
and Australia.
Ultra Mensch is here saying, evening, fellas, teleporting in. What's up? Oh, let's see. Nolan is in the house, makes us Toy Tube official. What's up, Nolan? Paul, did I say Paul Morales? Paul Morales is here. I can't remember if I got to you or not.
Hola, Paul.
Once you get this far down in the chat, it takes a minute. Derek Holloman, what's up?
Derek, hey.
Looking. Did I
So
spell it wrong? Oh, thank you for pointing that out. I was in a hurry. I spelled presents wrong.
did you? And then friggin' Travis gets the job right away.
I've, I didn't. I'm actually. I wish you hadn't have pointed it out, but thank you. I was in. I
No.
was in a big hurry when I put the text in that thumbnail. So uh, it's the Backyard Battlefield Presnets, and we'll tell you what we're presnetting here in a little bit.
So I will let you guys know, like when we say like it's off the cuff a little bit, we didn't have the premise of what we were doing till about 2 hours ago. We just and that's when the thumbnail got made. So when Darren says he was in a rush, he was in a rush.
And I think we come up with a banger of an idea, but it's probably going to need a little refinement. So you guys get to be guinea pigs.
So yeah, we're hoping this works out so that we have something that we'll say we'll do that again. Yeah, we're hoping. We're not
Let's see.
committed.
Billy Butch says got hit with 1.5 feet in New England. I knew y'all got hammered up there. I knew this guy right here, Woody Triple Deuce, was expecting a bunch in Rhode Island. So what's up, Woody? Yeah. Carlos Salinas saying it was a crisp 81 degrees in DFW today.
Jesus.
I hope we are a little bit away from 80s here. I'm not ready for 80s. This is my reprieve with what I do for a living. Summertime or wintertime is my reprieve where I actually don't melt as soon as I step out the door. So I like winter to last.
So this was, really a hard time for me last year because I knew I wasn't going to end up going to Joe Fest. And I was really looking forward to that beat down heat that we had when we were there in 24. Remember everybody stepping outside going, oh my God, right? And I loved that. I was like, yeah, give me that. And so I'm looking forward to it again this year. Just go ahead. Give me the heat y'all are complaining about. I will take it.
Well, I'm pretty sure you're probably going to get it while you're there.
Oh, yeah.
Georgia in June is pretty much a given on what it's going to be like. Stu for lunch is here saying, howdy, howdy. What's up, Stu? Got 610 Yojo Daddy's in the house. What's up, 610? How you doing? Shirt of the Goat Rapper, BIG. Man, this shirt, you can't see it because of the lighting. This shirt was like a dark charcoal, almost black gray.
Oh, it's not.
I've had this shirt so long that it looks brown.
It's been washed more than once, you'd say?
This is actually one of my undershirts I wear for work, but I was like, you know what? Gotta rep some Biggie, and it really stands out on camera too. So
yeah, that was my biggest disappointment is my concert shirts that I prided myself on were like from the early 90s, late 80s. I hung on to them for years, and then just before I started my YouTube channel, guess what? Shirts had too many holes to keep, right? So my old Soundgarden shirts and Pixies and all the good bands from that era, nothing left. Yeah. Now, as a 50-year-old man, I can't bring myself to go buy a trend like a musician shirt. Like, don't ask the music I'm into. You don't have that kind of time, kid.
Yeah, that's right. That is right. William Emery is here. What's going on, William? 3-star crow in chat. There's Derek saying, Robert Duvall, open range, man. He was so good in open range. Kevin Costner was a little iffy in open range, I thought, but Robert Duvall was great. Yes, secondhand Lions. Yeah, that's what me and my real world best friend. That's what we actually used to call ourselves because we're just the dudes getting old sitting on the porch with disdain for everything.
That's I like that title for it. I'm trying to think of the movies I've seen him in that I like, but I'll be at that all night. So I'll just go with what the chat says and nod along. Yeah, great movie.
There's SCS Dog popping in saying aloha. What's up? Got Go Joe 82 teleporting in. Are you from Louisiana, Go Joe? I think you said you are, but you gotta be.
If he's not, he's got to be out of Quebec.
Yeah, he could be Canadian. And he says your review of the M113 is awesome. Now he wants one.
Thanks. Hey, I appreciate everybody who ever lets me know, like, hey, you kind of affected my opinion on that, because I know, like that. I feel bad for the money you're spending, but I'm glad that you trust me on it. God, I hope they don't break on you.
Yep. Got Dave popping in here, Triple D's dungeon, and I got to go grab something in just a second. Then seeing Dave just reminded me of it. So
Dave called me a shill on the comments I made on your Night Viper video, because I liked your Night Viper video. When I went to go edit something to kind of stage it for him, I accidentally deleted the comment. So now Dave just looks like an asshole on your video, calling me a shill for no goddamn reason.
That's all right.
Yeah.
I saw that's funny. I just laughed. Just hit like and laughed at it.
Yeah.
Adam's saying you do not want to know what some of those vintage rock shirts tees go for.
Oh, I do know. That's why I get sad, because I've been like, wish I had taken care of those and put them somewhere safe instead of wearing them all the time.
I wish I still had my 1991 Paula Abdul Color Me Bad tour shirt.
I went a different direction than you.
I get some bank for that.
Yeah.
One day I'll find the picture from the morning after that concert with me and my buddies Mohammed and Sevron in our overalls, and I thought I was a gangster wearing a Paula Abdul shirt.
Dancing with an animated cat.
Let's see. We got Faceless Janitor popping in here. What's going on? I don't think I've seen you before. It's good to see you. Thanks for coming by. Sold so many 80s and 90s band shirts to fund the current G.I. Joe collection.
I respect it so much, dude. I am all about flipping my ADHD collections into the next ADHD collections. I got my G.I. Joe collection started by selling hockey rookie cards that I had collected for 3 years prior. Right? I bought those rookie cards with money I made off of Warhammer 40K figurines I was collecting, or comics, so
it's just an evolution. It's just or a vicious cycle, depending on
flippity flip collector trick.
Right. Gojo's from Thibodaux, Louisiana, and he is also retired infantry. So,
right on, brother. Good to have you out there. Any former service members, doesn't matter your nationality, you got my mad respects. You know that.
Nice. Billy Butch saying he's stuck in a conference at Fort Gordon during Joe Fest 2025. So close, but yet so far.
So Fort Gordon is out of which region? Is that's in Georgia as well? Yeah, I don't know your bases that well.
Yeah, and I don't remember exactly where Gordon is. Actually, is Gordon South Carolina? I guess I don't know all of them as well as I thought I did either. It's not far. It's not far at all, but I think it's Georgia.
Either way, I mean, Joe Fest is what, 4 days? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so 3 days?
3, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure your CEO would not miss you if you disappeared for an afternoon.
Let's see.
No, I can't assume that.
Star something there we'll come back to. So everybody's throwing out Robert Duvall movies, The Apostle and THX 1138.
I actually know what that one is.
Godfather, anybody? So I never really liked The Godfather all that much. It was too damn slow.
It insists on itself.
It insists on it. What does that even mean? We got Stanley Eberhard here. I'll get that comment on the screen.
Stanley.
Kills me. So, sort of here watching Better Call Saul with the wife. I hope you're in at least season halfway through season 2, because as much as good as the writing is, it's awesome, but it is a slog. But it's not not Breaking Bad, but it's close.
I still haven't watched that yet.
Breaking Bad or Better
No,
Call
I've
Saul?
seen Breaking Bad.
Okay.
I just never watched Better Call Saul.
It's very good. It's much slower and way more setup.
Yeah, and I'm one of those guys that's just like, if it's a follow-up, let's move things along quicker, not slower.
Well, it is, but it's also it's a prequel and then a sequel. It's both, but you don't
Oh,
get a lot.
I know
Yeah,
I'm missing something. I do. It's one of those series I'm going to get to at some point, right? Like Peaky Blinders was.
That was mostly very good. I don't know whatever happened to the movie that they were supposed to be doing.
They're advertising it now. It's I don't know, is it a movie or another season? It's Peaky Blinders, The Immortal Man, and they just started trailers for it. He comes back, so
yeah, I haven't even seen any. It was supposed to be a movie, but I haven't.
Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, I
Um,
just saw it the other day. That's why I was like, okay, I'll start Peaky Blinders now.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah, I'm not hating it. It's a little slow for me too, but that's season 1, right? So
we got GI Jetman is here. What's up, Jetman?
I was just watching his stream earlier on with Casey and Joara.
Yeah, I saw it was on. I didn't get it. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the replay. I didn't get a chance to watch any of it. Action Figs popping in here saying
what's going on, Ed?
Fort Gordon is in Augusta, so I knew
it's in Augusta. Okay,
close by. So
you got to ask yourself, what would Bill Murray do? Right? If this was Stripes, he'd be at Joe Fest.
PB1 EE says not retired, but did 3 years in 10th Mountain. Nice. And there's Dookie saying Gordon is in Georgia. I thought it was, but
there you go.
I was never at any of those. So
yeah, and every base I went, I think I shouldn't say every base. What few bases I went to were like New Mexico, right? Like that region. So
the desert.
Yeah. And I never really saw much of those bases, just the training areas.
Right. Got Lawrence popping in, a punk with toys, saying hello, fools, and fill in jerk.
Oh yeah, I was on a circle of jerks last night. The guys were short staffed. I filled in. Punk. I like the term jerkenary, like a mercenary, but the jerk for hire. That works. But that's fill in jerk work. Yeah.
Well, I got to the bottom. I hope I didn't miss anybody. Sorry. Frank Dumont News in the house.
Hey.
What's up, Frank? So do you want to I'm gonna let you real quick tell the folks what our main gig is tonight, and then I'll come back and tell what the side gig is. I'll be right back.
Oh God. What was the main gig again?
The name of the stream.
Okay, so I'm talking about that. Then what's the side gig?
The one that we talk about when we see new stuff.
Okay. So I'm talking about the actual main one. All right. Okay. Yeah, you go ahead. I got you now. God, we are not prepared.
Right. No, we did terrible.
Okay. So tonight on the Backyard Battlefield, we've decided, since both Darren and I have them all in hand, we're gonna put these guys on trial. One of us has to be the prosecution, and the other has to be the defense. And there has to be an accusation, and we're gonna find a way to just find some good and bad points on these figs. Oh God, he had to time that one. My pizza's ready.
I had the time
these figs.
Go get your pizza.
No, it's all good. I'm going to do that.
Right.
Anyways, that's what we're doing. It's law and order.
Kind of law and order. So we're gonna start the court of the backyard opinion, and I think it will be funny. Again, this is kind of a dry run on these guys, so that's what we're doing. And we've also we were trying to think of a way. We want to talk about the pre-orders, the toy fair stuff. I know it's been done to death, but Crow and I hadn't really talked about them together, so we were trying to think of a way. How do we talk about renders in a way that maybe a new way to talk about renders. So, in the vein of the court of the backyard opinion that we're going to do when both of us get the new figures, new wave or whatever, we both got to have the whatever the figure is. But leading up to that, when we see renders, we always cut these renders apart and dissect them and talk about what we like and we don't like. So I figured when we see renders, we can have a preliminary jeering and talk about what we think we're gonna like and what we might not like. So I think it'll be a fun way to do it.
I think the bottom line, the takeaway is we're going to force ourselves to be both positive and negative no matter what we're seeing, right? And maybe we'll hit the obvious points, or maybe we'll really make it obvious we're dragging out a negative point because it's a good fig and that's all we can talk about. We'll feel it out. Anyways.
And Adam says, for a second there, I thought you and Darren were going to be ranking the new wave.
No.
You can.
That's done now.
About them together, get a room already. Oh, let's see. Faceless janitor saying my night vipers are holed in the local post sorting hub due to bad weather since last Thursday. Damn. So Hasbro shipped. I ordered this wave together from Hasbro all at once, and I ordered them way late. I didn't order them until like 2.5, 3 weeks ago, probably, before I broke down and ordered this wave. Ordered them all together at the same time. Eventually, before they come out, they moved all of the ship dates up to the same day. They're all in stock. Hasbro sent my Night Viper and my Lifeline, and I've got no other emails on the other 3. And of course, because they sent 2, they sent them DHL.
Oh.
So it's going to be next week probably before I see them.
Maybe next week.
Yeah, so I'm glad that I did find them when I found them, but I was hoping, because all of the dates were the same, they would at least put them together and ship them FedEx because of the weight. You know, if it's a big enough box, they'll go FedEx.
Mm-hmm.
But no luck. So Night Vipers, he's good. Derek Holloman saying no Cobra Law, no guard at my target yet. We will talk a little bit about the Cobra Law. I don't have him either. I went Saturday, I've mentioned, and looked for him, and I was back just by happenstance by a Target today, and I ran in there today, and they didn't have them either today. So when I went Saturday, I went to 2, and the second one, when I went to the first one, I didn't have the DPCI, and I didn't even think about, when I scanned it, taking a picture of it. And I found the DPCI before I went to the second Target. I found the picture, and I had them look it up by that. And they were like, well, we don't have it. I said, does anybody around here have it? And they're like, oh, Mount Juliet's got 6 of them. Mount Juliet was an hour drive one way from where I was at. And I just didn't care enough about it to go there hoping that they'd pull it and sell me one. So
I think that's fair. I don't know. I'm kind of done with the overpriced troop build. It was bad enough. The Dire Viper was as good as it was for the price that it was, and you knew it was a troop build. Now the Royal Guard, of course, they're going to be at that price because they're going to be big figs, but I can't troop build things like that in this market.
I can't either. We got Lego Star Wars kid teleporting in saying Night Vipers are the Delta Force of Cobra. I can see that. I can see that. Jetman saying Pulse hadn't shipped Big Lob or Marvel Legends Warbird yet.
Marvel Legends Warbird.
Yeah, Woody, the cursed DHL delivery. Carlos saying excited for Big Lob Hit and Run and Mole Rat V2 arriving tomorrow from Pulse.
Oh, then you better stay tuned because these men are all guilty of something.
They're all guilty of something. Billy Butch saying, I checked every Walmart in my area. No end caps, no new Joes. Tons of heavy duty on clearance. Has to be the least wanted Joe of 25. And isn't that crazy? Because a year ago, everybody was up in arms because a few people had gotten heavy duty and nobody else, like he just vanished. It was the same with him and Dial Tone, right?
Yeah.
And now
I had a hard time with him.
Yeah. And now that we got him, because you had Dial Tone early as shit.
Yeah.
But
heavy duty was late. Like,
yeah. You got Dial Tone in like December or something.
I pretty much invented Dial Tone.
Yeah, you designed Dial Tone. So the heavy duty, right? Like we finally got him, and now they can't give him away, and that's what like a Royal Guard. Before it's said and done, Royal Guard's going to be on that clearance end cap too. I'm telling you, there just ain't enough people. This if they made as many of them as they finally made of like heavy duty, their people ain't going to buy them up. Look at the cop. Look at the police officer. The legacy.
Sure, I mean,
he's on clearance.
It's easy to think that you're wrong if you pay attention to what you're hearing from the response of the people that are getting them. But the buzzword about them was how quickly available they were and how much people may or may not have overpaid and things like that. Everybody I've seen talk about it says it's a good figure, right? But it's a pricey piece of weight. Yeah. The people we don't hear from are the people that we used to hear more out of before Once a Man Cobra Commander came out that said, if they do Cobra Law, I'm done, right? Yeah. Some people are still like that. They just stop talking about it because there's no point. Yeah. So I think we're not hearing that big market of people who don't like this fig.
Yeah, I do too. We got Todd C here saying heavy duty is a good figure. Figure's great.
Nothing wrong with the figure.
The figure is great, but the question that we got to ask ourselves is,
how does he go to the bathroom with all this shit on?
So
what is it? The problem of every soldier? 10 inches of kit, 4-inch dick.
Yeah. I've got heavy duty on the shelf holding one of the commando launchers. So
yeah, so I liked what I liked about heavy duty and hated at the same time was I liked that they gave them like 2 different headgear options and all this other stuff. But once you get that friggin' harness on, you're not doing anything to that figure. Like yeah. I'm not popping heads and trailers because I just don't want to mess with the harness anymore.
I think and Faceless Janitor's saying, which is a shame because he's a solid figure. He is. He's a damn good looking figure, and I think people finding him on clearance. I saw somebody post today one of these magical Walmarts that they had him for. He was marked down to $5.
Oh Jesus, you got to buy him at that price.
Yeah,
I don't care what the figure is.
he was $5, and the legacy police officer was 10.
Oh,
I mean, like that's the stuff you dream about finding, but at the same time, you're like, kind of like, I hope I don't, because I'm gonna buy them all, and I don't need to buy them all.
Yeah, and I don't know, man. It's your shelf space is probably filling up as fast as mine is, if not faster, with other lines. It's just some point. It's nice to picture it in your head. It's not that great to picture it in reality anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Joe. You're done. Big Lob killed you.
R.I.P. Yeah, Joe. It was a good run.
Who fell? Which one of you cowards fell?
Oh, no.
There's a Cobra failures. That's all right. It was just the Cobra logo.
Oh, okay. Dookie said you just piss yourself when you run into that issue.
Which issue? Things falling? I missed it. Which?
No, the 10 inches of kit and 4.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's going to the bathroom in the Arctic. You guys want to invade Canada, you better get used to that idea too.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Better buy some of those stadium bladders. Yeah, and Bobby says heavy duty without weapons looks like the dude at the ballpark selling peanuts. Heavy duty, man, if you could get them cheap enough, that would be a good figure to do some custom stuff with.
That
I mean, I guess matching the skin tone if you did a head swap might be the hardest part with him, I guess. I don't know. Hadn't tried it.
So it again, it's awesome that he's going on clearance, and if you can find him for $5, that's perfect. But ideally, even on clearance, I'm paying for that stupid harness. I will not buy it just because I'm looking at half the cost going to that, and I can't bring myself to do it. Even though I would love to have an extra buck of heavy duty.
Yeah, I mean, for $5 or for $10,
for $5,
I'd grab another one. But even for 25, like no, I'm out. Carlos saying Royal Guard will be a 2026 Figure of the Year contender.
So I did watch Travis Moody rank the troop builders in the classified line the other day. If you have a chance and you want some, nostalgic, remember these characters in the line, that was a good way to deliver it. And he had them ranked right up number 1. And I wondered if it was because they're new, they're just shinier in your eyes, kind of a fact, but I haven't heard people complaining about them. That's what I did expect. So
I just wonder if I was looking for an emoji, but I'm not going to find it. I just hope that it holds up the bulk, because some of these bulky figures, there's sometimes an issue with them.
Mhm.
U.S. Combat Dojo's in the house. What is up, my man? And Dookie saying heavy duty is my next dreadnought. He's already on the table to customize.
Yeah. I can see it. I just don't want to do it.
Damn, Derek says he has yet to see heavy duty in person.
I'm torn on that. At one point, I want to say I'm sorry to hear that, and the other side, I'm like, oh, good, it does happen to other guys where like they completely missed a figure that it doesn't even look like it's ever coming now because it's happened to us, right? Why do I hate myself so much? I don't, but I need context for some of those.
I don't know what he meant with that one either. I was hoping you would when I highlighted.
I don't hate myself. I'm my own biggest fan. What are you talking about? I love me. If I go in a Target and they got it, I'll probably grab it, but I'm not going out driving to Targets looking for it. So I like Royal Guard, looks great, but I'll get him next month. Star Wars Kid says. I want it. I just don't want to troop build it. When I get my Royal Guard, he will be the last surviving Royal Guard. There will be no others. It's just that's the way it is.
I think 2 is perfect, but I have a hard time spending $100 on 2 of those guys.
And that's $100 your money, man.
Yeah. That's folding money.
Yeah, it rings higher up here.
Combat Dojo's picked him up for 17 at Target. That's approaching pick up another one price.
Yeah.
Let's see. Triple C says, do you think there are less people buying Joes now? I've seen a lot of collection being sold on eBay. I said that a year ago. I think it fluctuates. I don't think that it's declining. I think maybe it's just in a cycle of people are just getting out, or they're seeing some of the stuff that we've gotten recently and some of the stuff being announced. I mean, you can just see some G.I. Joe fan going, all right, they're making dinosaurs. Fuck this. Like somebody somewhere.
I mean, it really depends, I think, what brought the person into the collecting of the line to begin with, for why they're jumping out. It would seem kind of understandable if they're jumping out at this point because they're starting to see the figures that came out past 88, they can't relate to them. They think the line is dead. So, hey, I want to get some return back on my quote unquote investment. That is my G.I. Joe classified collection. Here's a hint. It's not a good investment. So they flip them, right? And I think this is about the time I'd expect to see them was when these figures started coming in.
Yeah. So I think it's just part of a cycle. I don't think it's, you're going to start seeing a whole lot more than usual of that. And Punk's clarifying, he says, because of the video you said you watched, you must hate yourself putting yourself through watching that ranking videos.
Oh, yes. Okay. Gosh, I wish everybody could just get along, but they don't.
No.
They don't.
Lego Star Wars Kid said, you need two. You need 2 Royal Guards.
I don't need even one. I want 1. 2 I could see myself having if later after the craze died down, I started finding good deals on them. Sure. Yeah. Give me a discount every time. I already get 15% off at my GameStop because of my membership. It's just, I want better deals than that. It's a lot to pay for plastic these days. And I think for me, it's also a bit of principle, right? Like, I keep telling guys you should be cutting back at the economics of it and things like that. I got to do that too, right?
And our GameStops here are they went crazy in the beginning of the summer. I mean, I've talked about the Snake Eyes and the Polar Bear set. It's $85 at GameStop. For us, $85. And it's different, like for different waves. And I know it's according to what they got to pay to get it over here at certain times, but the fluctuations in their pricing are so wild.
And honestly, like at this point, I don't want everything Hasbro to do to market something to work on me, if that makes sense. And I'll use the prime example, hoping that we don't ruin anything for later, but that Snake Eyes with the ATV and the Stealth Bubble, Trouble Bubble, and the 788, whatever it is, Vehicle 2-pack and Driver is the last poke I'm willing to take from Hasbro and go, yes, take my money. I'm like, no, man, you're forcing the third repaint of these vehicles with characters I never really need or demanded. Yes, they look appealing, but I'm not going to separate that price point unless you do something crazy with how you sell it, and you're not going to do it.
Not for me, not for that one.
You're not getting that much money out of me for something I maybe want just the ATV out of, right?
Yeah, that's the best looking thing in that set. Turk Murphy saying grandson likes dinosaurs. I'm not so much. I like dinosaurs. I'm just not a dinosaur nut, like a fanatic, but I mean, I like how do you grow up and not keep some kind of love and like interest in dinosaurs? I just I don't collect them.
It's not the collectors that should quit when the dinosaurs comes, it's Joe, right? G.I. Joe should quit. They just finished fighting off conventional Cobra troops. Next thing they knew, they were fighting ninjas. Then these robots show up. Then all these crab people are flying out of the sky, right? And now no, I'm out, man. Dinosaurs, fuck you. We're done. I'm retiring. Get my pension. We're good.
I need somebody to come with a fly swatter. I guess the dragonfly. It's got maybe that's where the whole dragonfly thing with the splat was. It was for the Royal Guards.
Maybe. Yep. Easter eggs. You didn't catch them.
Triple C saying it doesn't make sense. G.I. Joe's always been sci-fi, fantasy, military. Not always, but I'd say when you got to 86, it was. I'd say 82 through 85 was pretty solid, with the exception of maybe like Zartan, but you could still just explain that away with being a master at makeup and all of that. So I think 86 is really when you really start getting into the weird stuff. It stayed pretty military until then. And
no, I don't think that takes away from Triple C's point too, right? You're building a toy. kids need, especially the 80s kids and earlier, right? The formula was simple. They wanted bright colors. They needed interaction. The more they could do it, the better, whatever kept them busy. Using the military army stuff as a source material didn't stay good to go with parents after prolonged period. They wanted, like, why do they all have to have guns? Okay, fine. We won't put any with Lifeline or somebody, right? Like, they had to get into the sci-fi stuff and whatnot to keep it marketable for the kids and to please parents too. So,
yeah, you have a point. I mean, at some point, I guess everything goes long enough. It's got to start branching out into some more, different avenues to keep different people interested. Yeah.
I actually would have liked the G.I. Joe jumping a shark just as a toy.
Well, if we get no, he's got didn't somebody have a shark? I was thinking Deep Six, but that's a dolphin, and Undertow had a barracuda. Didn't somebody have a shark?
I'm pretty sure one of them had a small little shark at some point, but it wasn't not like you were getting a great white or nothing. It's going right into the camera.
Don't give them any ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Don't give them any ideas. Mm-hmm. Carol is in the house. What's going on, Carol? How you doing? Good to see you. I hadn't seen you for a while, so good to see you. Let's see. Oh, I missed one somewhere.
That's one for Ace. Give me the Happy Days shark jumping play set, right?
Give me Fonzie with the set of skis and his shark.
Yeah, and then I think every line before they end the line, they have to do their own version of a shark jump play set. I think it makes perfect sense.
That would be awesome. And Turk saying hi to Loves Mules, and I don't see the comment. Maybe I missed it, but
maybe it's on mine. I don't know.
If Loves Mules is here, because I missed you. What's up, cuz? That is Pop Blender's sister.
Sweet.
And he's, I'm sure, work tonight. Carlos saying, but we haven't gotten Star Brigade yet.
Mm-hmm. Or Sky Patrol.
Yeah, well, Sky I could kind of see. Sky Patrol getting worked in, though. I don't know about the chrome vehicles and what are the Sky? What are the chrome ones? Sky? Is it Sky? Just Sky Patrol?
I think it's Sky Patrol. Yeah, the Sky Hawks. No, well, yeah. Wait, no, I'm getting the vehicles' names in there, but yeah, Sky Patrol. But yeah, the chromed vehicles. I mean,
yeah.
Fans Hobby could do theirs easy.
Oh yeah. Some vac metal. That's what we need next. We need a vac metal ram and a vac metal dragonfly.
Yeah, just do the Silver Mirage and vac metal.
Silver Mirage and actual silver. Yeah.
Nothing but fingerprints all over the place.
Viper Scout, what's up? Sepsis was supposed to, but it was changed to a dolphin. Who the fuck is Sepsis?
Maybe Cesspool? No?
Cesspool. With Cesspool. He didn't have a dolphin.
No, maybe Sepsis is a character that was in past 90s. Because remember the Eco Warriors and all that other stuff. I'll look it up. That's what I'll do. But not tonight.
Ram cycle jumping the shark.
Yeah.
Got some good ones. Oh, please. No Cobra Ill V2. I agree. I agree with that. I hate that figure. I didn't have it, luckily. I just saw it later. If I had it,
I just call everything stage 2 now. Oh, Cobra Ale stage 2. Let's call it right. These new G.I. Joe Special Forces figures that we're supposed to be ordering up here in Canada, that's Green Shirt stage 2.
Green guy. Viper Scout meant to type Deep Six. Okay.
That makes more sense. I remember there being an animal companion for Deep Six in one of the reprints.
Yeah, he had the dolphin. So stage 2, Deep Six had a dolphin.
There we go. Stage 2.
Oh, damn. I had something I was going to say, but I lost it. So, Troy Bleefort's in the house saying, late to the game, new promotion in 12-hour days. Cheers, 3-star and Crow.
Congrats on the new promotion, and hopefully those are well-paid hours, my friend.
Not so much on the 12-hour days, but hopefully the promotions.
Amen.
Congratulations.
Sometimes 12-hour days is the best thing that you can get going, right?
I've actually never done 12s. I've done 10s. I've never done 12s before at a job.
Yeah, I mean, I was not a fan of them, but at least I knew what my routine was all friggin' week. And if I was being told what my hourly wage was over that, I'd be, yeah, okay, that's a good week, you know?
Yeah. So way back up, so the thing that I had to get up and go grab while you were getting pizza out was this right here. I mentioned I had to bring Dave back up because he reminded me of something. So I'm guessing you got this right here.
Is that G.I. Joe 325 Aura or the new Energon? Oh, Energon, yeah. Yes, I have that one. I have the cover with, is it Chameleon? Chameleon's on the cover?
This is the one they put in my
I
whole
have
box.
Variant cover, anyways, but yes, I got that issue.
Because we usually talk about these when the new issues come out, and we didn't on this one. I picked it up on Saturday when I was out trying to find Royal Guards and G.I. Joes. Went and got this, and you and I hadn't talked about it, but don't spoil it in the chat if you have read Energon 19, but there's something at the end of this comic that makes me very happy. And in this age of talking about the ridiculous notion of somebody stealing somebody else's idea, you know, we got some people that say Hasbro stole the Rattler idea from them, and people saying they stole customizing ideas from them. So in the age of saying that, and in the vein of saying that, as much as I love what's in this book, I think they stole it from Daredevil Dave.
I knew we were going there because I know what that last page entailed, and I think I even told you you're gonna love the last page.
I got a message from Matthew when I literally had just picked it up, and I was at Walmart when I come out at Walmart, and I had a message from Matthew, and he's like, have you read the new issue of Energon yet? And I took a picture of it in the bag, and I said, not yet, give me a couple hours. And he said, there's a reveal at the end of it that I think you're going to love, or you're going to really like the reveal or something. So if you guys are reading that, I'm really happy with what we see in there.
And if you're not, guys, it's a good time to pick up on it if you're kind of curious, you know, because now those trade paperbacks that cover issues 1 to whatever, we're at 18, those are starting to become more available. In fact, you might be able to find some of them on sale sometimes, like because they've been out for a little while, but at least the first ones would be. But also they've nodded at, well, it's time to expand our roster, which means we're going to get more Joes in the Energon universe. And they're rewriting Joes so that the way they appear is almost fresh and new, right? So it's an interesting series. I don't say I love it, but I think it's pretty good. You know, it's interesting as hell.
It's keeping me interested with the directions they're taking. Keep my name out your mouth.
Good.
And Bobby Wald has said he's a little behind, but he heard in Void Rivals they mentioned the Visionaries planet. I'm only reading the G.I. Joe. I need to be reading Transformers too, but
well, you're going to be able to read Mask now because Skybound's putting Mask out now, and that's been lurking in Joe for quite a while in all of this. Like those who have been reading it have known about Mask's involvement in all of this for a while. Same as Transformers, they know about Miles Mayhem, right? So
we're about to be full up on Black Matt Tracker, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Somebody said
it just makes me wonder. So Void Rivals seems to be the tool they use to bridge a lot of the gaps between the lines, like Transformers, G.I. Joe. Now, what was the one you just mentioned? Visionaries?
Visionaries.
Right. So, I mean, like, depending on what all they get the properties for, you could eventually see a lot of other nostalgic toy lines working their way into crossovers into this, right? Like I'm thinking about Thundercats or Voltron or some shit, like
Yeah, that
Void
I
Rivals
don't.
is the bridge.
Yeah, Voltron would be interesting.
Mm.
And then there's Dave saying if Techno Viper would have been with him, it would have been perfect. All I'm saying, yes, it would have. Issue 18 took place 30 minutes from his house. That's right. That's right. It did.
Yeah.
Down in Mississippi. All right, let's see. Some read the comments here. So Triple C saying, would you guys like maybe Miles Mayhem or two of the characters from Mask in classified? Yeah, I would I'd love to see. I don't need the whole Mask roster done in classified, but I would love to see Matt Tracker and Miles Mayhem. And I think we're definitely gonna get Matt Tracker. I would hope they do Miles, but I think we're definitely gonna get Matt Tracker.
I think it's important that every time somebody feels like that question gets asked, it needs to be asked out loud. So it can be said that it's being talked about amongst the fans of the line, whether they want that character or not. So that kind of shit can get back to Hasbro headquarters as a thumbs up from the masses. So yeah, I want that in that line because I think that's what they've been feeling us out for is, hey, how flexible are you on your G.I. Joe classified collection? Yeah, I think there's a very specific reason why Gem and the Holograms were on the cold slither box the whole time, right? I think it was a probe. I think Matt Tracker showing up in the Energon and things that are going on right now, those are probes, right? They're building new characters for like Sundown for the line. Number 200 for classified is a brand new character. Why not feel us out for what we feel about the other properties you have access to?
Yeah, I think that'd be good too. I think the same thing. I think Jim, I don't know that we get all the holograms, but I hope that means that they're gauging interest for Jim because I will buy a classified Jim in a heartbeat.
Cold slither.
Yep. do something with where she's like work her identities into it. She could be like Satin in the cartoon. Very easily doable to work her into the lore. So I watched Jim. I like Jim. So I'd be down for Jim too. Clint saying loyal subjects gets to make classified figures. Hopefully, you're probably the only one with your fingers crossed for that. Stu saying the newest itineration Matt Tracker. Sure, that's the one. That's the one we're going to be seeing. So it's the one that's going to be in the comics. Hasbro did that figure years ago already.
So I like the remarks I've heard or read online about why change Matt Tracker? That's not my Matt Tracker I grew up with, right? And they were saying, look, Duke's already the blonde-haired, blue-eyed pony boy of G.I. Joe. Do you want to mirror that in Mask on the same title, or can we maybe get away with something here? And I think they're good to get away with it.
Yeah, I think that would be fine. I don't want to see stuff like that done all the time, but something like that, I think bringing it into a line that's not its own line when it already has a history of it, that's fine. I'm good with that.
Now,
I don't mind.
Honestly, when I picture Matt Tracker, I picture the old Matt Tracker, and the name suits the old image of Matt Tracker more than he suits the new image, and I can concede that point. But at the same time, if you didn't think they were going to change these guys, and just be happy they didn't gender swap them.
Yeah.
Matilda Tracker or something.
Yeah, I was trying to think of what would that be. So yeah. Nolan says no microphone. That's why no microphone. It's coming with Jim. It comes with two microphones, so she can do a duet with Zartan.
And we'll just throw it in a 3-pack later, like we did with people's guns that they need and shit.
Classified Care Bears. What about Care Bears done as Fatal Fluffies?
So what if it's a Care Bear? Like, pick it. Say Rainbow Time Bear or whatever they are. What's the Shamrock Bear? What was the red bear? You know your Care Bears. Which one's red?
No, that wasn't Cheer.
Let's say, for the sake of argument, the red bear's name is Cheer, and you gave him a fistful of balloons and the removable head. It's like candy apple under there, right? Like, you could pull it off. You could have her being the clown bear or something.
It could be done. So now I had to look it up because I don't remember. There actually originally wasn't a red Care Bear.
I thought there was. I thought they had every color of the freaking rainbow.
Not originally.
No, because it's the Rage Fueled Bear. Rage Bear.
That's right.
Rage Heart.
Troy says bringing the M16 stare. Pull it out of their little pouch, their little bear tummy.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, Ballistic Bear. There's some good ones in there.
Very cool. Hey, you crossed it over with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Don't tell me it's the ridiculous premise of the week. No.
I knew somebody was gonna say it, Dookie.
You know the one I really wanted to do, and Dookie, you like this. I wanted, and I couldn't bring myself to buy it new, so I was always looking at thrift stores and just never found one. I wanted to make My Little War Pony, right? Paint up a My Little Pony and add all this war gear to it and make it a war horse for Joe. I thought I had to do this at some point.
It would be an expensive custom, but if you bought a couple of Mythic Legions horses.
No, I mean an actual My Little Pony, like repaint a My Little Pony custom for Joe. Okay. Yeah. It would cost me about $2.
Yes. That would probably be pretty inexpensive to do. Why did that just
look better than a Ninja Turtle?
So, all right, let's see. So, trying to think of everything that I had saved here. I will see while we are talking about Joes and stuff. I'm gonna pull up this picture and then we'll move along. But this is relevant. So let me share the screen here. We saw this the other day. Information come out. Pre-orders, and I didn't screenshot the thing from Full Force, but this was the picture from Full Force. So we got to see, and we're going to talk about these guys a little bit coming up. But so we got some pre-order dates and prices on these supposedly. Are you grating cheese?
I'm cutting pizza. I didn't realize it was so loud you could hear it. Yeah. Must be using the loud pizza wheel.
I can hear the pepperoni.
I'm freaking Donatello over here.
So we got the Dire Night Creeper. It's going to be Walmart Collector Con on March 12th and 13th. So he's going to be similar to whatever's been collector cons with Range Viper and Big Ben were collector cons, all of that stuff. Crystal Ball was a collector con. He's going to be $27.99. So then we get Zania with the Swamp Skier sometime in May. It just says May. It's going to be a fan channel, $60. So if this is accurate, I was right on. That's what I guessed on price. That's like the new price point for Trouble Bubble and whatever. So
Ram.
Yep. Then we get Professor Rotclaw and Dino Nitrous. And I stared at this for a long time trying to figure out how to pronounce this damn dinosaur. And I don't even know if that's a real dinosaur or not. It probably is. So if you guys need an easy way to remember how to pronounce the dinosaur, Dino Nachos.
No.
Dino Nachos.
I'm just going to call him Dino the whole time.
Dino,
God damn it, Dino.
Or Dino Nachos. So sometime in July, $51.99. That's our new figure and pet ridiculous ass price point for that. And then also in July at some point, so we're going to be getting a live stream in July. Probably all the shit that they don't show in Yojo June will complain about not seeing. $59.99 for Red Dog and Taurus and their fan channels as well. So wanting to pass that along if you guys somehow have missed that. So what do you think about that?
Well, they will fall subject to the court of the Backyard Battlefield at some point, I know, and I definitely will be working my my best to be on the prosecution for those guys. I'm not happy with a lot of that wave. It's just, it is what it is. Yeah, Bobby, you did. That's what I was thinking of when I was talking about the Care Bear Joe crossover. I was thinking about Bobby Wold did this
Bongo.
with the Van Custom, and did a bongo set.
You need to send me those, Bobby, because that's one thing. Like when the ramen van, when the Rev was, before anybody got it, I was like, man, I wish I knew how to paint and airbrush and stuff, because I'd love to paint one up like the Bongo the Balloon Bear van. What would be cool would be if there was a way, and there probably is, what if you could do wraps for those things? Wouldn't that be awesome? Like the vinyl wraps, like they wrap cars in for advertising, and then people that are just gaudy. Wouldn't that?
Well, I mean, there's dips. You could put a dip, just dip the plastic right in. It's the same as they do with car parts, right? But it's expensive as hell.
Yeah.
And if you get it wrong, you get it wrong, right? Like, it's done.
Yeah. But I mean, to be able to like do that at home, I mean, you're talking about thousands of dollars worth of shit to be able to do that, I would think.
I don't know if it'd be that much, but you're not over exaggerating. Depends on, I guess, what you're trying to accomplish, right? I want to dip my Rattler. Okay, that's going to be costly, but man, I'd be curious, like Gun Bunny, who's changed the complete appearance of a HasLab of that size. If you were to put a price on materials of cost and things like that, not what he charges, but what the materials actually cost. I'm just wondering how much it costs to alter something like that.
I guess it depend on the size or whatever. I don't need anything like that, and I can't afford it anyway, so I've never priced it. Dreadnought saying Red Bear's blood of my enemies bear.
Yeah.
Viper's Cat saying as long as it's not Red Sonia Bear, don't need that smoke.
Yeah, exactly. Lost. Oh, great. No, YouTube just crashed. We're getting sued. Red Sonia, she's so hot right now.
Yeah, that's all the talk. Dreadnought says, I figured you'd be one of those weirdos that use scissors for pizza, Crow. trying to cut something with a dull scissors, and it just folds it over the scissors. And somebody, Carlos, I think, ask if there was pineapple on that pizza.
Not this one. But I'm good on pineapple. I swing both ways with pineapple.
Yeah. It's only upside down pineapple.
Pineapple and jalapeno on the same pizza, that's like the perfection.
I can't do jalapeno, man.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Blue Ranch Don Hose was better. So I'm in for, most people seem to be relatively excited for the wave. I think the Night Creepers with the Ghost Viper heads and claws will work nicely. Damn, I wish you hadn't have said that, because I hadn't thought of it. They'll do something like they did with the Crimson shit, and the translucents will be completely different colors.
I don't know. I'm still waiting to see where. So it just feels to me, as cool as it is, when I saw the Night Creeper, Creep Dyer, whatever he is, I was like, that takes away from what I was hoping this Dyer tech would introduce more. it just seemed like a dumping ground for reuse, and just saying like, look, from now on, if we make something even remotely cool and it's a troop build, expect a dire version. I was like, I don't know. I
Yeah.
hope of the people that really are excited about those, I hope they meet those expectations. But I was even looking at the plastic coloring they used for the crossbow and things like this, going, what is the decision process with this character? You know,
Terrible. It's terrible.
you took one of the most highly acclaimed features of Crystal Ball and now made it common, right? And a lot of people aren't really down with that, with seeing that head reused like that, right? I think they should have expected it, but I kind of get it. Not with that particular buck.
No, not with that. I would have expected them to do another dire something, but I wouldn't have guessed Night Creeper. And I love the dire stuff, but I'm like you. I do feel like they're going to be like, what can we do? Ah, fuck it. Just paint something and make something in translucent, and we'll throw something together and call it something else.
So my question is, and I don't know if anybody ever answered it or if people might have some insights on this, but when we talk about how dire is really, it's a lot of reuse, molded green, painted black, good to go. People love it. Translucent, sure. Where are we going to see that big cobra head again? The one that comes with the dire viper. Like, I've been trying to think about what in the lore comes to us that brings that without that green paint, like some other version of it.
Yeah. I don't know. And cause we've got the dragon one too with him. It's not just cobra. There's a dragon, like a werewolf, like dragon head that comes with him too. So yeah. Triple C saying, serious question for everyone. How can you accept Cobra Law and a character like Serpentor, but not dinosaurs, and monsters and ghosts in the cartoon, but why draw a line at dinosaurs? That's a good question, and I think Graph mostly answers it.
Let's see what Graph says.
Nostalgia from being a kid and owning certain figures and not others.
That's right.
I'm good with there being dinosaurs in the line. It's not really for me, but I think like you do with that Triple C, like you've got a guy that's made out of dead DNA, and you got robot, basically Terminators, and you got all this other stuff, and I ain't even talking about getting into the cartoon. It's in the comic. The Bible, the Hama, the George Lucas. You got all that stuff in there. You gonna tell me Dr. Mindbender can build a dude out of clone DNA, but he can't go steal some dinosaur bones and remake a Nachosaurus? Like, I mean, it tracks. Like, it's just, is this your G.I. Joe or is it not? So that's why I think Graph hit the nail on the head with, you're gonna probably buy what you had as a kid and maybe cherry pick a few other things.
Yeah, and I don't own Python Patrol, right? For that exact reason. I never had any as a kid. I wasn't fond of him when I saw it and then classified. And to this day, I don't have it. But I mean, do I respect its place in Python? And Joe, sure. I understood what they were doing. The dinosaur thing, that whole argument, I think it's just exactly what Graf said. It's about what people connected with the Joes that they had growing up to. What was their Joe collection? Yeah. And what did their parents buy them? What did they seek out themselves at that age? And that's where their expectation lies. I like what Hasbro does in that when you read that file card for Dr. Rockclaw or whatever his name is, they don't really give you a promise of a whole dino line. You know what I mean? Like, they're not like, and he's been building the Mega Tyrannosaurus P-Rex of, Cobra Kabaja or whatever, right? It's just like, he comes with a raptor, he's into the biology, he's his own character, moving on.
Down at the Cobra Kabaja.
Yeah, and now I do expect a new Lowlight, though, right? Lowlight was in that dino set. So, Lowlight and Ambush.
Who we haven't seen yet, but it's probably going to be announced soon. I would imagine. Carlos, yes, please.
I think there will be.
Dire mole rat.
Dire mole rat.
Stage 3. That'd be like he stage 5, like he's transmorphed into something beyond crystal head guy.
I was actually surprised they didn't integrate more, like to bring those two lines together, the mole rats and the dire stuff. I get they're separate, but I thought they would take advantage of trying to bring them together for photography and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we haven't seen the mole rats yet in the comic, and we know we're about to get Crystal Ball in the comic, and this dire technology is probably going to be powered by Energon. So I see mole rat and Crystal Ball fitting together in that fashion, maybe. So maybe we'll get to see it.
This comment, and Troy, don't take this the wrong way. It's not against you. It's against this whole statement about, oh, look, if you take the horns off, it's a whole different look and everything like that. I understand that. It's funny how it used to be a flaw. People were complaining about if the horn was half popped. They're like, look, mine came in the box, half popped out and stuff like that. I remember one YouTuber saying it was the worst thing ever when they saw it. The horns were coming out of his figure. But to me, it's now I've got 2 more pieces I got to stick in a bag somewhere, right? Like the 2 horns have to go somewhere. And I'm just I'm getting a little tired of doing that with so much useless kit in the line already. It's just not worth it for the figure for me. That's not enough appearance difference for me. I'll see 2 holes.
That's the thing. And I think I don't think they're supposed to come out. I think they're just like was said later, like, oh, they're actually glued in and they're probably not supposed to come out. Because when Sean posted that originally, I commented on it. I said, but are they supposed to? And I think enough people were like, yeah, that they're not supposed to come out like that. And he went back and he added to it and was like, yeah, I don't they may not supposed to be coming out. I think they're glued in. However, I may try it. Even I might just heat it up and try it because I like how it looks, but I'm like you, I'm still gonna see the 2 holes. So
I think if you were to ask any Hasbro employee or Lenny or anybody, I think what they would describe that as is happy coincidence. Right? Like it's a happy coincidence. The assembly process meant that the horns were separate pieces. That wasn't the intent.
Well, that's like my Xandar missing the arrows in the quiver. It's like that part just didn't get put in there. It just didn't get glued in.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm way behind on comments. Let's
get a couple of comments and then we'll keep moving things along.
Yeah, I like having all of the interaction, but man, I get way behind.
I meant to mention I wanted to show off my character tonight, my new Joe.
All right, I'm down for you showing off your new Joe.
And I just mean this in a. I just gotta have some fun with the chat with it. But I just stepping outside for dirt right now.
All right. Faceless Janitor, Dire Technologies based off of Jim and the hologram tech. Top secret. I shouldn't talk about it. That's pretty good.
But I kind of respect that comment just because, hey, why not? If you're looking for creative ways to bring people into the line, right? We've already mentioned Jim and the holograms will come, or I think they will come if enough people say, yeah, I can accept that. Why not have them crossed over with something to do with something already existing like that?
I'm all for it.
Yeah. It's bridging, right? Anything that bridges it works for me.
Billy saying Motu ended their original line with dinos, and somebody asked about dino saucers.
Jurassic Park began and ended their line with dinos.
Now you're just talking semantics. It's just
crazy. I just mean I don't think kids are as dino crazy as they used to be because they've been saturated with it their whole life now.
I don't know, man. I think dinosaurs, Punk always It's like cars and robots. I think dinosaurs falls in that category. Like it's ingrained so early. It's one of those things that's kind of timeless. It's just how much do you retain like loving big giant lizards? You know, like it's cars are always going to be there. Robots are always going to be there. It's just how much do you retain it? But I do think most people are really, really in for dinosaurs, at least for a while.
But you can see the cynicism that comes out as soon as somebody dropped the word dino and even showed you a respectable outing of a dino in G.I. Joe Classified, right? I can't accept this in my line. And then you have guys like Triple C going, but Serpentor is cool. Like, where's your line, man? Where is your line?
Yep. And still I think it's I still think it's a lot of nostalgia for what you had.
Yeah, and then there's like Dreadnought K6 says.
They're not.
They're not. But Hasbro, has to write on the box that they're looking at floor and up and things like that. So accounting for who's buying.
When I went in back in that Target today, and it was the same first one that I went into on Saturday. So they got two pegs, two, I think, of the Motu Transformers crossover, and they've already clearanced out the last two that come through, and now they have the Optimus and the Starscream, which when that Scareglow Starscream goes on clearance, I will be buying it. But when I was there Saturday, those pegs were full with those. They couldn't have hung another one on either peg. But today, somebody's buying them because they were half full. So somebody is buying that stuff. And I do think those mashups are good for being aimed at kids. We might not love them being the ones that grew up with those properties and like they don't really fit together. But I think for kids as an introduction into that, and they're like, what are these two lines together? And you're like, oh, well, I had these, son. This is this, and this is this, and this company stuck them together. So I think as a jumping off point to maybe get kids interested in stuff again and keep the old properties alive, it's not a bad idea.
I don't know. Like, I personally can't stand the sight of them. Like, I feel like it's a waste of plastic. It's a waste of staff to produce them. I could go on forever as to how I feel about them, but I understand, as a toy company, you got to try and capture your market with everything you do, right? And trying to get kids back into toys is something a toy company is actually challenged with this generation. If you told me 20, 30 years ago, kids weren't going to be buying toys anymore, I'd be like, okay, that's kind of silly. What are toys there for? Right.
Yeah.
But it's like K6 says, they're more interested in video games and cards and things like that, and the social aspects of their lives than they are about collecting. I find everything is temporary. Kid will be into these for maybe 3 figs and then be like, I don't need it anymore.
Yeah. That's and I don't think for kids there's nearly as much out there as there was when we were. I mean, we grew up in the golden age of marketing stuff to kids. So, I mean, there's still plenty of stuff out there, but I don't think the variety in the 80s and 90s, they made toys out of everything.
I also don't think people see it as like, I think they see it as the luxury it is, like toys, toy collecting and everything like that. And trying to justify spending, in Canada, I'm going to say $40. You guys would say 25, right? For a figure. That, that's not passive. That's not a passive choice a lot of people make, right? They're usually like, oh, wait, I really connect with that particular figure. And that gets them in the door. If the kid doesn't connect with any character on that shelf, guess what? They're not buying toys.
Yeah, that is true. Let's see, Jetman's. So he's over the whole turtle or the whole Transformers thing, but he pre-ordered Wheeljack on BBTS. Well, he's a straight up, actual Transformer. The G1 Transformers, I'm always going to be interested in. I don't collect them, but anything up through the movie, I'm down for being interested in. And I love that they're promoting the hell out of this being the 40th anniversary of the movie. I do plan on going to see it in the theater when it comes back around May or whenever it is.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait to see that movie in the theater again. Oh, God, I love that movie. Oh, see, Dookie saying his son would rather play with Joes than video games, hands down. Takes a Joe everywhere. He's the exception. He's not the rule.
Okay, so I would ask, is that because you guys have a shared interest? Because that changes the dynamic. If your kid is doing this with you, you're nurturing it, right?
Yeah. And I'm that's great. I mean, I love that, but
yeah,
that's not what I see when I'm out, and I see far more kids like the Joe range. I say, like 5 to 10, 11. I see more of those older kids looking at, in games than I do at toys. Now, younger kids, sure, but I think they grow out of it quicker. Like there's just too much more to do.
All I see at my GameStop is the odd McFarlane fan looking for the clearances. And a lot of kids there for the video games, the Pokemon cards, like trading collectibles. And then I think the next best selling thing I see is everything anime. So statues, model kits, like all those little anime stuff. Those things are constantly rotating off the shelf as far as toys. And that's about it. Right? Nonetheless.
Woody's saying, I'm glad Dr. Dino isn't an army builder. Had me worried for a minute, questioning my collecting. Well, he is.
Is he, or is that just...
If you put the other head on him, that's finally the one thing that I do like that they did with that. But we're kind of jumping ahead to what we're going to get into. But
yeah,
the heads for that guy. So let's see. Get through here. All right, I am going to go grab another coffee real quick.
Okay, I'm going to show off Snake Eater and tell the guys about Snake Eater.
Do you want full screen?
Sure.
All right, I'll be right back.
Yeah. So I'm not there. I am. I'm full screen. Okay, so it's not.
Give me a minute, God damn it!
It's not often I'm talking about my brain cannon at all. Like I used to mention brain cannon a little bit, shelf cannon, how I justify troops on shelves, things like this. And I've often wanted to create a Joe for Joe line using a kit bash and doing a bit of customization. And I've been watching a lot of this guy down here having the best time of his life, like Tony Figs often does, building his own characters out of existing parts and figures and whatnot, kit bashing and then customizing. And I separate the two because kit bashing is part swapping, customizing is adding something to it that wasn't organic to it from the beginning, and doing your thing, right? So I don't often make videos about them because a lot of mine don't work out, but I thought this guy kind of did. And it was inspired by a few things. One, it was inspired by those guys as I knock over my Cobra symbol again. Larry Hama coming up with 2 new characters for issue 325 for the Joe line. We also saw Sundown come out, brand new character for the Joe line. Seeing guy like Hasbro Customs make our Sundown range like the night of the comic coming out, and he had such fun doing that. I got inspired. So when I was looking at my M113 from Gridiron there down here, I was thinking about Vietnam era vehicles and things like that. And one of the ones that kept showing up was a riverboat. So I've made a riverboat and a guy for it called Snake Eater. And the fun I had was coming up with the brain cannon for him to tell you about, because I wanted to make the most traditional Canadian hard ass I could out of guys that I knew in the regiment and the real stories of soldiers. So this guy, Snake Eater, Buck Rose out of Wainwright, Alberta, he grew up on every infantry base in Canada, basically, because he grew up as a base brat. His dad was infantry. His dad's dad was infantry. His dad's brother was infantry. When his dad was killed overseas, his mother remarried. Guess what the husband did? Infantry. His mother cheated on that husband with, you know it, that infantry officer. You know, basically, this guy has had more father figures than he's had pairs of shoes, and everybody taught him something. So if you fast forward to, you know, times he did in the infantry himself, growing up in the infantry, eventually working to Joint Task Force, and then retiring and opening a bar in Thailand, I thought a riverboat was a cool little idea for him. And I made this canopy removable, so he's got his kit in there. You know, I gave him blowback's rifle from Valaverse because I still think that's a pretty damn cool little kit that they gave. And I gave him a little compartment, and I gave him the backstory just to please. Actually, Dookie, that was for you, buddy, because I love how Dookie enjoys this hobby. I enjoy it similarly. Tony Figg's definitely big inspiration for us to do these sorts of things. But this is a Disney Moana boat I got at the thrift store for about $1.99. The engine I made out of leftover anime parts from some Gundam model that I never picked up before. I just started piecing things together like a Jenga puzzle and went, oh, okay, now it's starting to look like a mortar, little trolling mortar. And I just kind of loved that boat. I always wanted to do something with it. So I ripped the sail off it and the side spawn and added some strings. And there you go, guys. That's my G.I. Joe classified custom fig of a brand new character for my own shelf, Snake Eater. Darren, you back now? God damn it, he's not.
No.
Shit. There you go. Everything goes back together. Thought I'd share. Okay, you're back? Cool, because I want to leave screen in a minute.
I am back, so
Yeah, that's how I kill time.
that's right. Everybody likes the boat. You showed that to me when you were working on it, and when you got done with it, and things looks great. I asked you all kinds of questions about the tarp for it and the canopy, and
I'm throwing together just a little shorts videos on some customs I've done, but it was I wanted him to blend in with the river traffic in places like Thailand or Brazil or whatever, right? And get lost in the weeds, maybe in a St. Lawrence or something. But I meant to mention Snake Eater is a term that we learned really early in Recce. It was that guy that was too hard for your good. Like he only wants to work in the sideways rain. The worse the situation, the more he thrives, kind of stuff like that. So you kind of didn't want to have a snake eater leading you. So that's why I kind of made it. And his job is extraction specialist. That was what I meant to talk. Yes, I gave him a role and it's extraction. Basically, you know you were in the shit if Snake Eater had to come and pull you out. That was the idea behind him. So that was it. You can take me back off. I'm going to go off camera for a sec.
All right. Graph's got a good the fishing bowls from the HasLab.
Yes.
The fishing
Considered that
will actually be useful. So everybody's digging. Did you name the boat? Does this boat have a name?
No, I figure the boats are inconsequential, right? Because it's like he can go anywhere over the globe. It's just I wanted to make a boat, and he was the justification for it. So
I have to disagree.
I got it. You guys can come up with names on the boat, and somebody can name that damn boat.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, you should do that. Oh, you should ask it the chat, but ask that on your channel when you show that off.
You want to see another one?
Do suggestions for it. Hell yeah, I want to see another one.
All right. This is just because the guys that watch my channel, a lot of them don't show up on Backyard Battlefield, so I can still get away with making a video, right? So you remember when Aaron the Toy Enhancer sent me those Rams way back when, and I repainted those.
Yeah.
I was sitting on another bike and I never knew what to do with it. And this, I got to pay credit to Tony's Figs. So I did this bike, right? This is my Outback Scout bike kind of deal, right? And this is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles bike. But I took Wreckage's helmet and cut the slit over the eyes because he showed, I think it was him that showed it. And so this character for Dookie, we're calling this one Fox because that's a scout recon, basically a dispatch rider, which is a trade we had in the armored regiment. It was a bike rider that would deliver messages and courier and things like that. But it's a dead trade. We don't use it anymore because tech just it's not reasonable. But I was like, what would happen if we brought back the dispatch rider? And that's the role I gave this one.
I like it.
So I'll put that one on the video as well. And that's just the 60th anniversary buck and shield. What's her head? Sharon Carter head. And
I'd buy that for $1.
I hear $1, $1, $1. Sold.
I'd come out great, man. I like it. Got a couple of like Troy.
Troy.
The Ho Chi Minh.
I should be writing some of that down. I gotta get a pen.
That's correct. But the problem is because it's G.I. Joe, it's got to be an acronym, doesn't it? But oh my God, the Ho Chi Minh.
I could make up an acronym off the top of my head for almost anything. I got to write that down. Ho Chi Minh. What do you write? Ho Chi Minh. Yeah.
Ho Chi Minh.
Who wrote that?
That was Troy Blueford.
I see you, Troy. I see you.
And Lego Star Wars Kid says the Hanoi Express.
Hanoi Express, yeah.
What's up? Jay Gonzo's here. What's happening in Gonzo? So yeah, that's funny, man. I like that. Called the bike postal. Yeah, that's good.
Postal
for the bike. Yeah.
For the bike, yeah.
Carlos says that bike can still DoorDash.
She can totally bring a pizza on this, man. This is a piece of Loki Wartooth kit right there, by the way, if Loki ever sees this video. I still have a bunch of Loki's 3D parts, and the reason, I'll be honest, you don't see me using a lot of Loki 3D parts is because I sat on them too long and some of them broke. So some of the key ones that he sent me was like, these are really cool. I was like, I agree. When I find the time, they broke over time. Otherwise, you'd see more of his stuff here. But
yeah, I've been on a spell of breaking 3D printed stuff badly here in the last few weeks.
Yeah, and so now I'm a guy that's all in the gridiron, right? Like I bought some gridiron.
Sure.
How can I do that? This big thing was not subjected to the kind of abuse small little pieces go through when you move them from container to container through a hobby room, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because that stuff, and you're moving around, customizing it, pulling it off, putting it on, painting it, and getting bent and pulled in 100 different ways.
Yeah.
Dookie says name it the Co after Rambo 2 covered ops, but Co was the female. Yep, she was the chick that got him in the camp. That rocked that Mac 10.
Oh yeah, I didn't show you his Mac 10. I was gonna say the reason I went with Fox was because I actually wanted to call her Foxy, which is a Rob Zombie song because I love my Rob Zombie, right? But yeah, in this little Warbler pouch here, if I can get it out with my thumb, we'll just flip everything out. This is one of Turk Murph's, I believe, sent me this one. But that was Snake Eater's favorite little weapon for the figure was this little Mac 10 that Turk Murph sent, because I picture it's the perfect little like surprise cockfag kind of little weapon, right? So got to be careful because we're talking burps here on a live. So enough about that. I forgot we were live. Yeah, burps.
Well, I think that one was probably small enough they wouldn't think that it's not real. Or a wooden Star Wars gun, either one.
Or a Nerf Pop Dart.
Yeah. So Turk said that one was not his. That Mac.
Oh, was it not? Then maybe it was Top Fun Retro or it was Loki's. The problem I have, I had so many weapons after a little while. Well, I had them in bags, and then you say, okay, I'm gonna go paint that one. Then you forget who gave that one to you.
Yeah, I've got like Turk sent me some Tech 9s, man. God, it was some Tech 9s.
Because I've been painting up a ton of guns, and I'm sure a ton of them are Turks, but I guess it wasn't that one. Fool.
Yeah, I've got everything eventually got put into a bag, so I can just dump the whole thing out and like, yep. All right, let's see. I want to get into looking at these Toy Fair renders, and we are going to what?
Preliminaries time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Time to do the subject thing.
It is preliminary. It's time for the preliminary jeering on some of these. So let me go ahead and get this queued up over here. So we're going to do it a little differently when we look at the new in hand figures. But so preliminary.
We're approaching this like lawyers, by the way. Very much like lawyers. A reminder.
having to make a case for these guys. So for the first one, how do you want to do what we talked about for these guys for prosecution? And
you got to put up a slide. Put up a slide, and we'll just go.
All right.
I'll tell you what I want. Which is the preliminaries. We can pick, but on the actual judge, we have to do paper, rock, scissors.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get into these. So I present to the court Sundown. So here's our Sundown figure. So what do you have to prosecute or defend about Sundown? I'm going to advocate that I really like the tomahawk and the 6-shooters.
Oh, it sounds to me like you're on the defense of this particular subject. I have to take the prosecution then. Is that right?
Yeah, if you want.
All right.
We could both be defense lawyers if you want.
Chat, don't judge me. Goddamn DEI. All right, moving on.
That it?
All
you got on that guy?
I like this character, but hey, if I've got to be the guy going against him, that's the only reach I'm going for. Everything else is cool.
Carlos says Nacho Libre's nemesis. So we got Sundown the DEI with the awesome tomahawk and or hatchet and 2 6-shooters.
So sorry, I said I would approach this with a bit more grace and candid than that. Okay. The reason I say that, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, is because it is well-known fact that this line is not paid proper reflection of your Latino community within America. And therefore, you need a character to polarize that community. And this is what you will get. Does that make more sense?
Fair enough. Well, I will counter by saying that G.I. Joe and the G.I. Joe line has always been diverse and well represented. And this is one more character to add in their expansive repertoire of ethnicities to help defend freedom against Cobra.
Well said, good sir, but I think you will find that when the trial comes, the people will speak about this. Next, we've got a schedule.
We do have a schedule. He used to be a car audio salesman. Holy shit.
I can get you a good deal on Blopon.
We got war chests full of secrets is in the house. War chest.
I thought you just said war shits full of secrets. You said war chest, but it came out weird.
I'm still trying to wrap myself up in the voices here. So war chest full of leaks. Let's see. And Lenny mentioned Headman. We'll see. We'll get to all that eventually. Yeah, he is hunting Headman has his brother. Yes. So all right. So next for jeers, for the preliminary jeering, we are going to look at the Cobra Hydro Viper.
Okay. How do you feel about this? Do you want to go on the Defense or the prosecution on this one?
I'm gonna prosecute this guy because I don't understand how he is supposed to swim with only one webbed hand and chicken feet. There's no way this guy can be a functional, accurate diver with those chicken fins, and he doesn't even have two webbed hands.
Ladies and gentlemen of the court, what my associate has just described as textbook discrimination against this man's bodily features. I don't think we as a society can any longer or can ill afford this kind of mentality. This poor soul has been subjected to a lot of scrutiny already and presented in poor packaging enough. Let's give him a chance.
I
You
would
racist
say,
son of a bitch.
I would say that it is not a matter of the lack of the hand. It is the fact that he cannot do the job he has been assigned to with that lack of the hand. Chicken feet are surprisingly amazing. He just swims in circles. He just goes around in circles. Down with this mutant. We only need eels. Hydro vipers stink.
If I told you that before he was a hydro viper, this man gave his life in 9/11, what would you say then? I have nothing for this guy. I really don't. I hate this character. But I have to defend him. It's my job.
All right, let's move on.
Good.
Now, how about Professor Rotclaw and the Dino Nachos? We talked about this guy a little while ago.
Okay. I'm going to defend again.
All right.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I will like to appeal to the court's better judgment that this guy actually has no place in Cobra. There's no place for dinosaurs in Cobra, as they are too hard to control and too obscure to feed and keep, that they should not be allowed in the Cobra Army. And therefore, I recommend that this guy and this dinosaur be banished from a classified line.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry, but that kind of rhetoric is what has held Cobra back for decades in this battle with Joe. One of the biggest issues going on with Cobra right now is a lack of funding support and proper allocation of those funds. It's terrorism and black market at its worst right now. Medical care in the Cobra Army right now is at an all-time low. Several disabled benefit packages had to be given out during Operation Blackout to Cobra to sustain their families. Right now, they are in a medical crisis. So researching new medical aids such as DNA, cloning, things like that had to happen. And yet my associate would shut down such scientists and call them blasphemy, wherein a modernist might call them cutting edge new ways to sustain a military. I would also think that you have a bit of ageism going on, and that you are looking at this man, dinosaur, and associating the man's age as being obsolete, and that is not accurate.
Well, clearly that dinosaur is not very old, and this man has clearly altered his appearance to have this look. And the medical care that you just spoke of should indeed be brought up to speed and revamped there, and they should definitely spend more of their money that they're researching on foolish attempts at more creatures to fight G.I. Joe, and invest in seat belts for more of their vehicles.
I'm sorry. All I heard is you telling me why Cobra should be denied a doctor. Joe has a doctor. The only other doctor in Cobra is Dr. Mindbender, and we've seen what he's been able to produce so far. He's overworked.
He is overworked, but he has produced a viable leader to help lead the organization into the next century.
All right. Well, this is a preliminary. We'll let the courts decide. Moving on.
All right. The next case we have before us is airtight. So
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I picked last time, so you can tell me what you want.
I was going to argue on behalf of Mr. Airtight here. Serves a valuable purpose on G.I. Joe and today's battlefield full of chemical warfare, all kinds of diabolical plots all over the world. Serves a very valuable role, and I argue that he does not need a big fancy rifle. His weapon is his mind and his ability to neutralize hostile environments so other Joes can succeed.
Well, I am happy to hear you commend his intelligence and the fact that his mind is truly the weapon, because he is poorly equipped to do any other job. While he himself may, defend himself in a proper hazmat environmental suit that is worth complimenting, his role in G.I. Joe is nil. With that vacuum cleaner gun, he can clean about 2 cubic feet of fuck all for NBC contaminants. Once that contaminant's in the air, he's the only one safe. If he really wanted to give him extra accessories, he would come with bags and bags of extra gas masks and suits for the other Joes. I would charge this character with knowledgeable neglect of his duties.
He is such a professional in his field. He does not need to carry extra gas masks and oxygen tanks for anyone else because he is so good at his job. He puts himself at risk of contamination and possible death just for his teammates by going in first to neutralize the environment. Matter of fact, they should be charged with not defending him properly as he's trying to do that job.
I say good day, sir. I say good day. Airtight's widow pig, bring him back to Lexi. He's got
Joe
Michael
fan,
Ironside.
Joe Fan 84 is in the house. What's going on, Joe Fan?
We're just having a piss on some of the new figures, guys. All right, next.
Hold on. I gotta look at the comments. So.
Oh, okay. Yes, true.
I don't want everybody to think I'm ignoring the comments. So Airtight's primary military specialty is sucking, but I love the figure. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah. So I was where was I? I was at I think it was a drugstore, some small hole in the wall drugstore the other day. I had to pick something up. And I saw a woman with a vacuum cleaner on her back. Like the company that employed her gave her the harness and she had a backpack vacuum cleaner. And I was instantly like, that's fucking Airtight. She's goddamn Airtight right now.
I have one in my work truck.
I need one, man. I have 4 flights of stairs.
And I might actually have to use it tomorrow. I found your legal aid for you, Crow. If he's a professional, why was Eco Warriors created?
Because he was a professional. His team weren't, and they're gone now. So Eco Warriors had to come up.
There's Pop Blender showing up saying he's a professional fart sniffer. Again, a casualty of his job as he was locked inside that suit.
I think we would have been further ahead if he was pest control. Right? I'm spraying for cobra scorpions.
That's right. I'm here to set live traps for crocodiles and fucking birds and shit.
What the shit is that dinosaur? I'm out.
Yeah, I quit. I do not get paid enough for this shit.
Yeah,
dude, if they made a Joe Pest Control, I'd be all over it.
So that was my ex-wife's job. Like my ex-wife was
pest control. Yeah.
Yeah. Kylie's job was premeditative medicine. So part of that is just a fancy term for pest control. Like, seriously.
That's actually what they called it?
Well, she had more jobs than that, but everything pest control went to the P Med Tech. If you had a mouse issue or bed bugs or whatever, it was the P
Yeah.
Med Techs that had to come deal with it because it's public health and
Oh,
safety, right?
yeah. Yep. 100%. People forget that.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's look at our next case. And now that if we're going to do this and work on this and tweak it, I definitely have to get the Law and Order sound effect.
Okay. I was going to say maybe I can call it in the air, but prosecution or defense. I don't know what the next slide is. Oh, so fuck. What do you want to do? I'm going to let you choose.
This one's too easy to prosecute. So
Really is.
it's way too easy to prosecute. So I guess I will have to be the public defender for this guy. So I will state for the record that Mr. Creeper is a consummate professional. He is professional ninja, and he has been altered for the benefit of Cobra with dire technology so he can defend the dire core in any event of an emergency. Absolutely requires the exact same head sculpt as Crystal Ball. So anybody that sees him at first could be terrified into thinking it's the dire master himself. And should they run away, he can pull his gray crossbow out of the shadows where it would look perfectly at home against a stone wall or any kind of a silhouette to stop them from getting away. The green arms, perfect complement to the dire technology, uses them to mesmerize any foes to defend Cobra. Absolutely 100% required to be a night creeper.
Ladies and gentlemen, I can't argue much that my associate has said about this this fine individual and probably very capable night creeper. My interest in shutting down the Night Creeper Dire Tech project is strictly a medical one. The adverse effects of this Dire Tech clearly have become addictive to the point where reason and logic is no longer at play with some of these figures. However, I could let that go, but it does appear to be having some sort of hormonal issues with the Night Viper. I believe this Night Viper has grown breasts. And I think until we have medically challenged this, we need to suspend the program for their safety, not ours.
And I'll argue that the Night Creeper Dire Tech ninjas fully knew what they were getting into when they signed up for Dire Tech. They signed a disclosure, willing from the beginning to put their body on the line for Cobra to research and test this new technology.
No, I'm sorry. All I can tell that they were getting into in this tech right now is a C cup at minimum. It's just not doing it. Cancel the wave. The line is dead.
All right, so moving on.
Oh dear God!
Wait. So this one could kind of go either way, couldn't it?
I'll defend.
Okay. Let's see. Would you like to? No, I guess I need to start on prosecuting. So, I'd like to state for the record that the line was not in need of this figure in any way, shape, or form. They have completely assaulted this character is completely guilty of assault on all of the senses. It is an affront to the aesthetics of the toy shelf with the lime green and the tongue dick. This is an affront to anything that is decent for a toy collecting shelf. This is a figure we did not need in the line at all. They did not even bother enough with this figure to give him any decent accessories. Only thing that this figure has going for him is a head sculpt, and I move to strike this figure from all of G.I. Joe.
it's tough to talk about war heroes sometimes. It's tough to face the things that they've done. It's unpleasant to think of how many times this man was shot and why. Because he was allegedly the man who murdered a bunch of GI Joes. Until that was proven in the court of law, he had nothing bad coming to him. He was just another man out there doing his job. But for some reason, this Cobra trooper got shot so many times, he's lost his limbs for his cause. In fact, it would surprise no one to learn that his chest cavity is completely hollow. He's had more organs donated to charity than any other soldier out there. And yet you would condemn him. Why? For his appearance? Would it surprise you that he had his heart replaced with a double-barrel shotgun to defend your democracy? I'm sorry, but to deny this man his position in G.I. Joe, I don't even know what Joe's about anymore.
I will agree with you on that point, Counselor. I don't know what G.I. Joe is about anymore. Introducing this figure into the line this soon with his booty shorts, trying to distract all of us from the defense and the proper aesthetic of a toy shelf. I just cannot tolerate such a thing in our society.
I also like the jobs that were created in building his accessories. KitchenAid went up like 5 points on the Dow. Right?
I can't wait till this guy comes out and we do this again when we Oh, all right. So let's see. That big gun is going to my Saw Viper. It's not much better than the one he comes with, but a little bit better. V2 bat reuse incoming. Pop Blender says, I hate this figure. Nipple Viper, I'll take 3. Dreadnought says Pop will end up buying it. I concur.
This will get re-gifted amongst the community. So many Joe Fests. I brought you this guy. No, I gave that to you last Joe Fest.
Pop Blender guarantees the court that he will not be buying overkill, and this prosecutor will make sure Pop Blender has it for his birthday in September.
Put up Liquid Identity saying how he feels bad for people who have to review it. There. I don't.
Oh, don't
you made a fucking choice. You bought the damn thing.
Don't feel bad for me. So far, I've ordered 2 of them.
Yeah, I'll buy one. I'll review it. But I mean, I sometimes, like I said, I love what Hasbro does, where they get a really weird character and challenge their staff to make it look appealing and do neat things with it. This is one of those characters where, like, this would be the day where I like, fuck, I hate working for Lenny sometimes. Yeah. Whoa, fuck.
He hands you the drawing, and you're like, what am I supposed to do with this? Come on.
And then his chest is like this Cobra hood and the tongue.
and his titties pop out and they shoot at you. And
they're going to fucking love it. Yeah. You're going to make it.
These boots are made for walking and giving booty shorts.
Not to roll things along, but to roll things along. Have we finished the preliminaries? Because we haven't even gotten into the actual trials. Which will go just as quick, I'm sure. Oh, dear God.
I present to you the reuse ATV and the red bubble.
Could I prosecute?
You can.
Okay. This is the point where I have to, suspend all allegations against the accused here, as there is an ongoing investigation into embezzlement and money laundering. And this seems to be some sort of money laundering deal. We just haven't been able to pinpoint it, but it is clear to all our analysts that something's just not right about this particular deal. And we're going to look deeper into it. You're innocent until proven guilty, but sometimes it's pretty clear where we're going.
I would say that this is a perfect stretching of the budget and a very good way to revitalize equipment that we already have in the line. And the most popular figure in all of G.I. Joe, the most popular character in G.I. Joe, how can you not want another Snake Eyes in your collection in green pants and matching green goggles? It's a very nice aesthetic that comes with this Snake Eyes that was only seen once in 1982 on a puffy sticker. Everybody will be wanting this, and it is a perfect way to stretch resources out into something appealing for all.
You know, I said I wasn't going to push this as the investigation continues, but you had to say something about the origins of this particular Snake Eyes and the demand upon which. That sticker was a misrepresentation of that character at that time. And this is a misrepresentation of that misrepresentation. We are now making figures of mistakes built upon further mistakes. Not secure in this. No voter should be. So I will suspend more disbelief and allow the courts to run their process on this epic and tell you already, I suspect that there will be many, many upset fans when these things hit the shelf and they see the price associated with them.
Well, we will just have to see, but I will stipulate that while the price may be extreme, G.I. Joe fans will pay anything to get another Snake Eyes and another Viper and another color.
Oh my God, you're selling that lie so well. They trained you well. I'm with Faceless Janitor. I see his comments up there. I'm like, yes.
What's up, Izzy Treffy? Price on this thing? I mean, if it's 110, it's going to be a deal.
That will be, because we just finished saying what's the new price point for Zanya and the Swamp Skiers? $60. So times that by 2, you're looking at $120.
Yep.
If
I think 120, but they may drop it down just to be like, oh, see what we did there? We saved $10.
We'll take the loss on this one, guys. And then 1,000 layoffs at Christmas.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what I'm calling this set. The Christmas package.
The Christmas sale.
Yeah.
The Christmas 2-pack.
Whose job was the ferret?
You're out of here. You're off the let's see. Let's see the comments here. Yeah, the pins, man. The pins on Snake Eyes. Everybody's like, why in the fuck does he have pins?
So I question, so the one thing that is drawing me going, okay, but if I found it on a clearance sale or I got a good enough deal or I worked a trade out for it, what would make me happy about this set, right? I've already got a couple Tiger Force ATVs. I don't need more. And the flight pod's fine, but this is a different colored one. You know, I'm not troop building it. It's for the 788. This makes the 788 feel like the new dumping ground of ideas we don't know what the fuck we want to do with it.
Yeah, and like for people that love the 788, because there's plenty of them. Great, but I would have rather seen another 788 set somehow and then do the Snake Eyes with a G.I. Joe set to battle that set.
Or like, again, like if we're doing a sub team, the 788, then where's this ferret fit in for Joe? It looks like a pretty standard ferret. It's not sub team. Maybe if we had painted that up for the Mad Marauders or the Renegades, maybe that would have been some symmetry and balance in the purpose. Yeah. But really, and I like the 788. I just don't like it being a random dartboard they're just going to throw shit at and not look, right? And this is what that feels like to me with that flight pod. Cool looking flight pod, but it's reuse that is worse.
And I agree. I think if they're going to do that, they should have definitely Marauders. They should have done this as some kind of Joe subset, Night Force, something to put it with the 788, because Dreadnought saying he might buy it. It's a 2-pack, like it's a set with both of them in it, 2 figures and 2 vehicles. So
Yeah.
maybe, I mean, they didn't say it's Night Force. I could see it being Night Force, but I mean, they didn't say that.
They had to know this was going to be a gamble unless they had a price point plan, right? Because can you imagine, like, already hearing how unimpressed a lot of people are about this and knowing where do these things end up, right? All these Rosses and knowing what's invested into this, like, I feel like they knew that coming in, but what a gamble.
Yeah, this is going straight to the Pulse sale. So,
Nonetheless, I'm sure people will find redeeming things about it that will, somebody will focus on the right thing about this that makes other people buy it, even though they said they wouldn't. I could end up being one of them. I don't know.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just don't. I mean, I think they both look fine. I actually like the Joe Ferret, but the green, whatever they're going to call it. But I don't need it. And yeah, it's the ATV, the Trouble Bubble, that Snake Eyes, and a 788 Viper is what's in it, Dre.
And that's you said it right there. I like the Ferret. Sure, I like the Ferret. But if I don't like both vehicles, that's $120 Ferret.
Yeah, and I think they both look okay, but I don't feel like I need either one of these with space such an issue. I don't need. Oh, the only other 2 versions of Snake Eyes I ever need are Unmasked and Vietnam, and I don't care at all about this Snake Eyes figure personally.
I mean, I'm not one of the guys that is going to hold Snake Eyes up as the pedestal character in Joe. He is the most iconic and recognizable G.I. Joe character, and he was definitely very, very fucking cool. But as far as a reflection of him on my shelf, it gets redundant, same as Sergeant Slaughter. And I know Slaughter has a contract and it's fine, but there's no real life Snake Eyes going, yeah, I want that contract too. You know what I mean?
I think these would have done, if they're going to do a 2 figure, 2 vehicle pack, I think they probably could have come up with something better than this. I think these would have done better separately, but I don't think either way it's going to do great.
I just feel like they had a pressure to build an introductory price point, a combo sale toy, vehicle play sets. I get the premise and I get the purpose of it. I just don't think it's the market range that they think it or hope it would be. Like pulling a whole new group of collectors because you made this Cobra versus Joe 2-pack. I don't think that's how it works anymore at all.
They not at the price points we're at now.
Grandma ain't buying this for little Jimmy and under the tree and suddenly changing his world the way it did in the 80s. I don't think that's happening.
Yeah, we still need V3 Snake Eyes. So, there's still like 3 more versions of Snake Eyes from the original line. Viper Scout saying it should be called the Mongoose, but it's called Varmint. Didn't see
that. They're focusing on vermin kind of ideas for it, but nonetheless, what else we got?
We got Ninja Zartan.
Prosecution or defense, sir?
I'm going to prosecute this Zartan by saying that while this Zartan may have been popular in 1992, in no way, shape, or form does a respectful G.I. Joe fan need a Zartan with a mohawk and a bunch of ninja weapons. Zartan was never portrayed as a ninja until late in the comic, and they put him as part of associated with the Arashikage clan, but this was the worst choice to pull into the Ninja Force line, trying to make a stretch out of that. And I will say most strongly, what about this figure screams ninja? About a figure with green pants and purple accents and an orange mohawk and glam rocker paint. This is not a ninja.
Oh dear, what fell off of him? His monkey paw. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you finished slamming our innocent Mr. Tan? Is it Zar?
I
Zartan?
am.
That's
I
it?
am.
Zartan? Yeah,
Defend
okay.
it. Defend him if you can.
Okay, because I was looking at an earlier iteration of this gentleman, and I remember it's been a while since we've seen a Zartan. It's been a very long while since we've seen a Zartan. In fact, this is the retro Zartan. It was all I could get, and he had some essential kit and things like that that were very much made him Zartan. He didn't change color or anything. But good luck trying to find these iterations of Zartan these days. A hefty price point attached to all of them, wouldn't you say?
I would, but I would say that price point correlates to the fact that what you're holding is indeed Zartan. This is not only an imposter of Zartan, but an imposter of a member of Ninja Force, as he does not even meet the standards of Ninja Force.
I'm sorry. Are we saying that the master of disguise can never change clothes or get a haircut or put on an ounce of makeup? Sorry, I think this is the very master of disguise, and this is not a man I would expect to be a ninja, and perhaps that in itself is the Zartan way. I would also say, how dare you, sir, associate this Zartan with anything less than deserved of our beloved Hasbro audience in their economic state. You cannot get a Zartan for under $50 anymore, but yet Hasbro is providing you with another opportunity to capture this core character. The last Zartan you got would have been Cold Slither. And if you didn't buy Cold Slither, then it would have been these pricey guys. So I think it's very, very telling of you, sir, to attack this man so readily.
I say he is a master of tomfoolery. All right. So let's move from Zartan to his alleged daughter.
Actually, this goes more to my defense. And can I defend this as well?
You can.
Look how fucking considerate Hasbro was for you and your wallets. If you wanted Zartan, you could have Zartan for the standard fig cost, right? But maybe you didn't want that silly chameleon that he was so synonymous with him. You didn't want that. That's fine. We'll throw this into this other character that a lot of people, because they don't recognize her name, insist is some made up bullshit. That is the ultimate consideration from Hasbro. They did that for you. I'm done.
I would say that this is the last character that needs to come with a swamp skier. Not even a true original Dreadnought, a character that was introduced later in the line to try to reinvigorate interest in a little known comic itineration. And I think it is a travesty that we have to buy this unknown character to be able to get a swamp skier. The aforementioned Zartan with the mohawk that is not a ninja, sir. No, by no shape or form should have at least come with this swamp skier. This is a travesty to the G.I. Joe Dreadnought shelf.
I am shocked at the entitlement coming out of you right now. You're disrespecting this brand new, never driven, never ridden, never even had a drop of oil put in it yet swamp skier. You would rather have the original swamp skier. That thing was such a piece of junk that it had to be broken down and thrown in a box. And they had to include the weird shaped box with the damn thing because it kept breaking down. Look, we're saving you even an unnecessary shipping box with this. They don't even include it. This vehicle is good to go. It'll hold up.
I would say that this new swamp skier design is unproven, comes with modifications that nobody asked for just to drive the price point up, when all we wanted was just a simple A to B to freeing Cobra Commander from Blackwater prison vehicle, practical, that the Dreadnoughts could customize on their own. This probably comes with subscriptions. You probably have to pay a monthly subscription to get the handlebars to move back and forth or the front skis to turn. It doesn't even change color.
Objection, conjecture.
Next.
Okay, because we don't have him in hand. This is still preliminaries, although some people's already declared him innocent and others have said he's guilty.
Some have already prejudged this fella.
I would love to go on the prosecution.
All right. Be right ahead. Go right ahead. Be my guest.
All right. Oh, I'm going to lead with the prosecution. Yeah, this to me is this is a weaponized figure. This is a weapon of mass destruction from Hasbro. It is a troop builder of an absorbent amount of plastics that looks like an absolute goofball supervillain from Spider-Man when just on his own. You actually need 2 of these to express the point. So rather than release them in a 2-pack like a vehicle, they decided to charge you the deluxe price for this very versatile bug. That's all I got.
I would have to say that this figure is a staple of any Cobra shelf. If you have Nemesis Immortal, you have Pythona, we have their leader Globulus that will be coming at some point. This is a perfect example of the Cobra Law army that is designed and engineered specifically to defend the kingdom. And I will also advocate for the fact that this was by far the best looking original Cobra Law figure from 1987. And they have taken this figure and improved upon it in any way and made it a very viable threat and a toy that you need on your shelf right beside Pythona.
Well, right now I'm having my associates look into the possibility of choking hazards on these very sharp and jagged looking accessories that are with this character to see if they maintain the 4 and up principle, because we might have to shut it down if it doesn't meet those standards. Also, I'm in contact with the Epstein lawyers because I sense stealing a likeness in the facial expression on that one head sculpt. Go up, have a look at his head there. I am looking and talking to the Epstein lawyers. That is definitely the Epstein Island special. Yeah, we're shutting it down. No more comments.
I will close with saying this figure has already been tested. 4 and up approved. It has been tested. We had a panel of 10 children that we give these parts to and ask them to see if they could swallow these pieces. None of these kids could get these pieces down. They all spit them back up. They have gone through that process and been cleared for your toy shelf.
I want access to those witnesses. I want to talk to them.
We will get you that list. We can't reveal the names, obviously, because oh my God. And our final case we have to present.
I'm sorry. Okay. I'll let you pick what you want to do with this one.
So I'd like to prosecute these guys.
Okay. I'll defend them. You go ahead and attack them.
I want to do this because I know you want to prosecute them.
I don't want to do anything with them.
So, I would like to say that these 2 figures absolutely are. I lack the words for these weapons with this attention to detail, this generic reuse of this SMG and this pistol, this backpack, these batons that have no paint on them. The only redeeming quality in this set would possibly be Taurus's weapons, where it seems like the axe is engraved. These figures look like they're going to be of poor quality, poor construction. You can see gaps in them. And there's just not enough here to call these figures classified. These could have been a retro card 2-pack. And who asked for football? I think that is just milking the concept for extra money. The football probably cost an extra 39 cents of this 2-pack. So I moved to strike these figures from line. We only wanted Mercer.
I have a kid, ladies and gentlemen, and I try to lead by example with that child. And I try to include a more tolerant and acceptant world. And here we have our very first couple pack. And already you would separate them, just like so many states would over the period of these guys' journey. I think it's wrong. I think they've been through enough. It's clear that they're discriminated against in the way that they're issued kit that makes absolutely no sense in some cases. And then clearly obsolete kit in others, a kit that's even detrimental. One of them is being sent into battle and expected to punt at the enemy. Yeah. A football is not a weapon. And I think so long as we're going to keep discriminating against these people, Hasbro is going to have a hard time in the courts as the days follow. And people like you persecuting this beautiful couple. I don't understand it.
The status of their relationship is not in question. It is the status of their viability and likability and popularity as figures and characters.
Oh, you would like us to take the status of their relationship out of it, wouldn't you? Then we wouldn't see them for the heroes they are to this community. I've got nothing. I honestly, Taurus and Red Dog are characters I never had as a kid. I didn't care for the Mercer Renegades. I was out of it by that point. And these characters do nothing for me. I neither like them nor dislike them. I look at the kit and go, they're only holding two things. That's a lot of stuff in a bag.
I actually, I don't hate them. Like I had them. I had the 3-pack as a kid. I never really cared a lot for Red Dog. I like Taurus. Okay. I really think the stuff they come with is okay. I mean, I figure Red Dog's stuff's probably supposed to be like made out of wood. He's Islander, which I didn't realize till somebody told me last week that he's a Pacific Islander. So, I mean, it's fine. I don't know that I'm going to spend $60 on it. I will probably play clearance chicken with this one, but I do want them.
I want to address G.I. Jetman's comment because I love it, right? Love this 2-bed. Love the Renegades. Okay, you do you, right? What the fuck is a goddamn fan channel? I have screamed that so many fucking times, and I don't think I've ever gotten a straight answer. What is the fan channel when we talk about that in the context of it?
Available everywhere online. Amazon, and when they say Fanmazon, it's all of the online fan channel. BBTS, EE, Amazon's going to have it. It's pretty much everything other than a Pulse exclusive.
Okay, so this means that your regular retailer can order it if they have an online catalog system to bring it into the store. Is that the idea?
Yeah, it's probably something that probably won't be stocked in stores, but anything that has an online presence will sell it.
Okay, so then let's go back. The mass device, were some of those fan channel exclusives like the scuba set or the polar bear? I don't remember if they were. I know Breaker was a Target exclusive.
Breaker's Target. The divers are Target. The polar bear was everybody. So, but I've never seen it on Target online. Walmart, I mean, Walmart has it online, and it's in some of the stores. GameStop has it, but which it's weird because Breaker and the divers were Target. The polar bear was not. So
no, odd time these things pop up and you're like, okay, what's the correlation? Anyways, we've got more to tie up here.
I hate their terminology. I hate that phrase too. I hate the fan channel thing. So, all right.
It's like putting a more exclusive tone to it than it deserves, for sure.
Yeah, it's kind of silly. It's kind of silly. So let's see. Thought I had.
Get on with it.
So are we gonna? You want to talk about the in hand trials?
Yep. So the court of backyard opinion. We're gonna prosecute and defend each figure of the new wave. Night Viper, Mole Rat 2, Hit and Run, Lifeline, and Big Lob. And we don't know who's doing what. We've got these figures in hand, and we're just going to have a little fun with them here. Crow, you've done a review on all of these, right? You've got reviews out on all these guys. So
I'm totally going to regurgitate my old shit. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. So I've got mine out on Night Viper, Mole Rat, and Big Love. Hit and Run, I hope to have up tomorrow, and Lifeline will be Friday or Saturday. So my reviews on these aren't up. They're filmed, but I've got to do some pictures and then edit it. So anybody that's listening to this and actually paying any attention will probably get my thoughts on a couple of the figures I haven't reviewed yet. So what we're going to have to do here is we're going to pick one and go through them, and we're going to rock, paper, scissors for defense and prosecution, because that's more fun. We got to make it up as we go.
So who do you want to go through first? What do we do it in numeric order? The order they came out.
Oh yeah, okay. I got all the boxes over here still, so I was like, that's not the way that I had it pulled up, but we can do it that way.
Okay.
Oh no, it's okay. I just gotta.
It was a vote. I'm not bothered.
All right. Edwin Steen, Lifeline. So let me reduce him, remove him from stage. That's who we're going to do. So let's see. Yes, Dave, you're supposed to be paying attention. Dookie says you guys need a judge next time, so that would be
true.
That would be funny. That would be funny.
Maybe it's a very good note.
Clint Jorgensen put
Evil Dookie. If you stick around for the rest of the stream, you're the judge. Yeah. You can tell us. You're now the judge.
All right. So rock, paper, scissors for Lifeline. So winner. We're gonna do winner gets to pick, or winner.
Winner gets to pick. Okay. That makes it easy.
All right, let's go. Rock, paper, scissors. 1, 2, 3, throw.
Oh, you say throw at the same time as a drop. 1, 2, 3, throw. You're throwing way after me. Okay.
I was. We didn't time that right, but I was gonna throw rock.
Okay.
Anyway,
well, I'm going to cover your rock. Then just to move it along, I'm going to prosecute this.
All right. Let me bring it back up here.
We're talking about Lifeline. This guy, right? Yeah. All right. Just to keep things moving quick, I'm going to limit myself to one charge and one charge only, and dereliction of duty. I have witnessed firsthand in comics and in cartoons where Lifeline has been asked to do his job and been told, no, I object to violence and blah, 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 blah. You're in an elite combat unit, chumpo. Do you think Delta Team 6 or SEAL Team 6 had to deal with medics like that? And the JTF don't. G.I. Joe sure as wouldn't. So off you fucked, son. You are guilty. That's all I got.
All right, I guess I've got to defend this guy. So I will argue, sir, that Mr. Steen, despite his personal feelings and despite any misgivings he may have, begrudgingly trained and learned how to use this firearm, as he did voluntarily sign up for the military. So even going against his personal beliefs, he did still carry a weapon into battle to defend his patients and, if need be, himself as a rescue medic in the case he needed to use it. So your point is completely invalid. Lifeline is a team player and a most valuable member of that team, as well as he does carry a Glock.
Okay. So as we are doing this and learning to do this organically on the fly, I suggest that we do a second separate round that is actually about the action figure and the crime, not the character. The crime of this action figure is indecent exposure. Underneath that belt, he is exposing himself to children 4 and up. And I think that needs to be looked at. We shouldn't be seeing anything below that belt line that we're not used to seeing going on there. And I don't think I need to explain that anymore because there's children here tonight. I am sure of it.
I will say that while Lifeline does have a personal preference of a waist gap, he does indeed have a harness and a belt that can be properly positioned, not only to cover that gap, but also to hold those two pieces together from moving and exposing it.
Okay. Now, I know Evil Dookie is our judge. I suggest we give him one more reason each for what's going on. Now, I'm going to keep in mind about the kit, but the figure. You want to part with $29.99 or whatever you Americans pay for this? Let me talk to you about the dangers of poorly labeled kit. Low light conditions, oxygen and fire, things like this. If you were to open up Low Light's briefcase right now, I can guarantee you he didn't label anything. Everything is jet black in there, and there might be a combustion problem if any other person needed to use Low Light's kit because he himself was injured and needed his life saving. He is a liability because of that kit. I'm done.
I'm trying to think of a good argument for that, because you make a pretty good point. I would just say that as any soldier is probably trained in basic life-saving ability and basic use of equipment, to make it as far as they would on the battlefield, they would know what some of his basic kit is and how to use it, as he does not seem to carry anything that is too advanced beyond basic battlefield life-saving things.
You know, I think Lifeline's guilt will prove himself as more people read his file and go over the evidence. But I will close and I will concede it is pretty insightful of him as a combat medic to set the example for all Joes. He's got 2 tourniquets around his leg already. Both of his legs are ready to go. If they get blown off, he just cinches those straps up and he can fight on.
He can just crawl.
Yeah.
Crawl with one hand and shoot his pistol that he doesn't want to carry with the other.
Cinch those bad boys up, and that's why he's Lifeline, man.
That's right. He's that committed to the bit. All right.
Evil Dookie, if you're still here, are we ready for a verdict, Darren?
I think we're ready for a verdict. Dookie says failure of his duties by not labeling his gear. I judge he's incompetent. So
yeah, that's retraining. Hopefully we salvage the loss. The next Lifeline will come and maybe show up with a less cocky attitude on his face. I don't know. This one has a knot in his face. Not like that crazy legs chump, but
yeah. So when my Lifeline review comes out, I will be paying some extra special attention to the face. So
I like it. It's fine. I was just joking. Somebody else made a joke at the face. Yeah.
It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be in person, but it's not the worst. But man, It's not great, but it does
I
look
ain't
better in
taking that
hand.
helmet off. Once that helmet's on, I ain't taking it off.
Yep.
They're tight.
Yeah. Well, not only are they tight, but once you get the helmet on him and get the glasses on him, and then you remember what he looked like before you put it on him, you won't ever want to take it off anyway.
Mhm.
Oh, Eric says this dude is getting tortured. All right, so let's move on to one of my personal favorites, number 187. 187.
On the motherfucking block.
So, Night Viper. All right, so let's do some paper, rock, scissors. All right, we'll do 1, 2, 3, throw or drop, whatever. We're going to go to 3 and then do it. All right.
So, sure thing. I'll use 2. No, it's okay.
All right. 1, 2, 3, throw.
Okay. I'm going to take the easy way out. Defense.
All right. So Mr. Viper here, while being a valuable position in Cobra, I will propose that he could even possibly be a double agent, because there is not a sniper on the planet that's going to go out in shiny armor with a gold belt buckle and try to position himself on the battlefield. I would venture that he is trying to actually give his position away to clue G.I. Joe in to the Cobra troop movements and what is going on the other side of the battlefield.
I think what we're looking at, sir, is just a misunderstanding of the perfection of Night Viper science. What you see as shine is actually light absorbing soak tech. It's kind of like Dire Tech, where they make up shit and then they make a toy out of it. Light absorbed soak tech is where shiny things actually are tactically sound. They're perfectly. And this belt that you speak poorly of is actually brilliantly done. But I think we get more evidence of it as we look at, a monocle that is actually silver capped. This is a night vision monocle. It should shine in everyone's eyes. And that's fine. But also the lack of any light on the flashlight. It's antimatter light, right? And this is reflect on this high detail pack where all the sensors and equipment are clearly telling him a lot of shit, but we can't see it because the tech won't allow us to even see it. It's amazing. I think even a paraflare, something as simple as a paraflare, which is normally a white or green tube that with black caps and you twist it, this is lost. You can't see it. You don't know what it is, do you? Because you can't see it. This is John Cena in a can, buddy. I rest my case. Innocent as fuck.
Now, while I will give you that Mr. Viper here is on the cutting edge of technology, no one is going to actually believe that this lack of detail on the backpack is anything related to technology. This is not even a real backpack. This is a sham. This is a mock-up of a backpack. He does not even use this backpack. There's no cable connecting it either to his monocle or to his rifle to prove that he is getting any data from anything. It is just there for show. If this was a real functioning backpack, he would be able to get this additional data if he was actually trying to target G.I. Joe. But all of this light absorption, light refracting, don't buy into that. This man is clearly a G.I. Joe double agent. I bet this rifle does not even shoot. It won't even, the magazine does not even fit in this rifle and stay in this rifle. How could he possibly shoot with a magazine that won't stay attached?
You gotta show me to the jury right now. First off, I gotta verify that the judge is still here. Evil Dookie, are you still there? Do I have to name a new judge? Because
Dookie's like,
I'm out. I ain't doing this all night. But no, okay. Listen, first off, you'll notice I'm holding him by his magazine, and it didn't pop out until you willed it.
Dookie's here.
The second points were about the figure, if I recalled what we did with Lifeline. So I'll talk a little bit about this figure. You don't understand Night Viper at all. This backpack, this isn't a lack of detail or inattention. It's a slap in your face. This is amazing camouflage because, if you look at him from the rear, you're like, oh man, look at that shitty fig. But then you turn around, you're like, no, Night Viper. You're like, holy shit, it's Night Viper. Give me two. Right? So it's very effective camouflage. You think you can counter that science?
I will maintain my position, and I have photographic evidence to back up light reflecting off of this guy, clearly giving away his position. There is no way this guy is an effective sniper. So I would just like to say, before you make any final judgments, make sure you have a Night Viper in hand and see how he catches the light. It does not matter the front, the back, either way, the figure is clearly meant to give G.I. Joe his position. I mean, it's undoubtable.
Well, I think you're just picturing them in an environment because of their name, Night Viper. Did it occur to you that's not about the time of evening? That these men are knights, bold knights in what? Oh, what are knights in? Huh? Say it again. Can't hear
Shiny
you now.
armor.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Our judge has ruled and says, even though his gear is an odd choice for stealth and he has a dual purpose dildo on his head, I do believe his main purpose of a sniper would be a success. I've got to be the world's worst prosecutor.
I could throw down. I'm not even doing a southern accent.
I know.
I don't know how you can do that accent.
We had a whole Matlock thing talked about. So.
All right. Sounds like I am just Matt Murdocking you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, in the courtroom. Now, next round. Night Viper. But now, Daredevil time. Who else you got?
Marsha Cross. All right, so next, number 188. Let's take a look. Yeah, I was like, who's Marsha Cross? Marsha Clark. Yeah. All right. Better her than Darden. All right, so next up, number 188, we've got Hit and Run Brent. What the hell's his last name? Scott. Brent Scott. How
what is that, Italian?
How can you trust a man with two first names?
Never trust a man with two first names. That is such an alias. I wished it was Michael. It would have been awesome if this was Michael Scott.
Michael Scott.
Just have him screaming tonight. So we got to do paper, rock, scissors.
I actually mentioned that. Izzy Trevi says, my cousin Vinny. It's actually what we talked about. So, all right. So paper, rock, scissors. So, all right. Let me remove Brent Scott here. So, all right.
Okay. Oh, that's right. And so it's 1, 2, 3, throw.
Yep. 1, 2, 3,
you count.
Throw. All right. 1, 2, 3, throw.
Oh, I smash out those scissors. All right. You know what? I'm going to throw you a bone. I'm the arrogant prosecutor. I'm the one that's like, I got this case sealed no matter what side. Doesn't matter if you're guilty or innocent. It's about me right now. I will prosecute.
All right.
Okay. I'm going to just charge this guy because he's fucking amazing. And I love this figure. But I gotta kick him out of the army with a charge of safety. This guy's completely unsafe. He's safe for himself, but he failed to inform his superiors and anybody following him or doing anything around him, playing with him, for example, on how to repel. He actually didn't check anyone's repelling qualification. I'm not even sure he has one himself. We're going to have to go through his MPR, his files, and double check all his calls, because this harness system, it appears to be something he made at home. This pulley system, and it's quite possible a lot of troops have died following this guy's example. So we're just going to have to hold out, but that's right now what we're going to get him on safety.
Quite possible, you say. Quite possible that other troops have died following his system. You've got no proof that any other troops have died using his rigging system. Is that correct?
Yeah, and that will be relevant later. But yes, that is correct. We have no proof that he's doing it.
Well, I will say that there is no proof that no one has died using this rigging system, because this is an entirely new system that he developed and patented. This brake that he has is an entirely new design brake, full of microprocessors and miniature gears that act to tighten this rope when he moves the handle. He has a patent on this. He is so good at his job at mountain infantry and running that he has worked and designed his own system and run it through, put it in implementation. And this is actually what all of the UN is going to for their repelling soldiers. So not only has no other soldiers died using his system, I would venture to guess that he has saved many lives with this new system. Doesn't have to follow conventional standards of repelling gear. He has streamlined this so that it is actually only two pieces that have to run through this web gear to suspend him.
So would it surprise you to learn that this man was actually saboteur, Firefly? Would it surprise you to learn that? Let me tell you, we both recognized an alias when we heard one. Brett Scott, a man with two first names, and it was an alias. His way of sabotaging Joe has been to show them how to properly and effectively use faulty equipment that will not be usable after its first demonstration. I think this harness system will be enough. That's why he patented it. He probably had Cobra insiders pass all the safety checks and tacks and boxes to the standards that it would receive its patent. And then that's how he's quietly killing Joe. And the reason I know this is based on my tactical perspective. He is going too far out of his way to cam his face and be camouflaged. Way too more than any other Joe in the collection than the anonymous 60th anniversary who hides behind a helmet. So much so that his fingers have become permanently green? I think not. This is color shifting. That's a key sign of Zartan.
So is he Zartan or is he Firefly? You make two different accusations.
No, that's a good point. I'm saying he's Cobra one way or the other. We're going to have to lock him up. Guantanamo with you.
Have you ever rappelled down a mountain, sir? It's probably wrong person to ask that question to. But
yes. Why?
While you were on that mountain, while you were on that mountain, I'll have you know I did 3 years in ROTC from 1991 to 1994. Thank you very much. While you were on that mountain, did you happen to see any greenery, any shrubbery, any grass, any trees? Was there anything on that mountain?
Oh, bro, this is Canada. That's all. We even the rock somehow goes, I'm going to be green now.
And you say he has too much camouflage trying to hide in amongst all of the greenery that you yourself just admitted that is all over the place. So
Objection, Your Honor. He's trapping me. He's trapping me.
there's no proof
Leading questions.
no proof whatsoever that repeated use of camouflage face paint in order to accomplish his mission has indeed stained his hands green from all of the many missions he's completed using his own proprietary and completely safe gear. We need a judgment.
Words astound me. You confound me. I need a judgment. I need a judge. I need a judge really well. He touched my head.
What's up, Shockwave? Says Howell always liked hit and run. Yeah, he's good, man. He's a good one. I think a lot of people have really been looking forward to hit and run. So.
Yeah, I love that figure. I said he was the best in the wave, and that was tough because Night Viper was pretty damn awesome. But I also am a big advocate that gear is perfectly good and functional. I just laughing at. And we need to make it fit in his hand differently, so they made it into the T-bar that he had. I was at 3.75 because the design worked.
Let's see what Judge Dookie has to say. As a former drill sergeant and repeller, I understand the safety concerns. I lost this figure more times than I can count as a child because of his camo. On that note, I rule hit and run is fairly capable within his duties.
Yeah. Well, I have to accept that you've had yours ruled in your favor, right? Moving on. 2-1.
1 and 2. Yeah,
that's right. Because lawyers keep track of this shit, and then we go drink about it, and then do cocaine and whatever lawyers do. Fight the hand.
Yeah, that's what they do. Play golden tea. All right, number 189 for your consideration. Bradley Big Lob Sanders.
All right, paper, rock, scissors.
Can we tie on this one? Can we
let's unify the world and prosecute this poor man? We are still getting shut down after that.
All right.
Okay, count it.
1, 2, 3. Throw.
Oh, I did it twice. I lost. Okay, you win.
All right. Bam. So,
what you wanna do?
I'm gonna prosecute this guy.
You're gonna prosecute him?
I'm gonna prosecute this guy.
Oh, you gotta be so careful. I don't have to be careful. I get to be woke as shit. All right, sir. What's your charge against my client? What's his name again? What was his name again? Bradley? Bradley. Good Bradley.
Big Lob Sanders.
What is your charge against young Bradley here? Well, I don't know why you got me the screen. You're the one prosecuting.
Oh, wait. That's right. I guess it's because you were holding him up.
Yeah.
So, all right. There we go. So, I am first going to I'm going to charge him with unfit for duty. Not because he is got preferential treatment because of his status as a sports star, not because the color of his skin. I'm going to charge him as unfit for duty because he is unqualified for the duty that he has been given in any capacity, either as an active member of the team or as a reservist, because not only would this man probably not ever be put into a battle situation, he would probably be one of the last people that would be called into battle and placed into his specific specialty. The fact that he can throw a basketball does not equate to the fact that he can properly throw a grenade at enemy soldiers. And as evidenced by his record, he has a very valid and storied history of faking injuries. So the last thing you want is this man on the battlefield beside you when your life depends on him trying to get a grenade lobbed at a his tank or a pack of saw vipers, and all of a sudden, oh look, his torso starts acting up, so he's not going to be able to perform those motions because he does not he doesn't want to be there. He's just there. So because of his propensity for faking injuries like he's LeBron, and he's no LeBron James. This is no LeBron James, but due to his weak torso and his status of not really wanting to be there because he is an athlete. He's not a soldier. He is unfit for duty on the G.I. Joe team. There's just all there is to it.
Fuck, didn't you tell me this wasn't LeBron James? What the fuck am I going to do now? I don't even know this. Oh, is it my turn? Okay, just finding out this isn't LeBron James. Okay, please. Would it surprise you to know that he is not a malingerer, faking injuries, as you suggested? His scoliosis is a real issue for him. It carved his spine, and he's taken so many hits in basketball that it's actually very fragile. Just this range of motion is agonizing for him. But yet he soldiers on. He chooses to commit to his country when he could be collecting an NBA disability pension, which, I'm sorry, is much better than any military pay, whatever. Let's get that hand down. Yes, he's still fighting that cocaine addiction, but it's there. He's got that supporting hand, which is just meant to help him shoot the basketball, right? And this goes to speak to why Joe needs him, because believe it or not, science dictates that the basketballs are the exact same as grenades in the way that they go and they fly after you pull something out of them and then they explode, right? That's how basketball really is it? It's not how basketball. No, not at all. Okay. Oh, he's got the line. But no, the hand is useful for other signals, such as, like shh and nostril full. I think right now you're picking on a guy who really, it's a cheap shot. I'm sorry, I can't say much else about this because this is a fucking terribly fragile and amazingly unstable figure. You can tell this guy's given it all for his country. It's amazing that he's not actually coming with a wheelchair. Poor guy. Anyways, I'm done.
Well, you just said right there, due to his injuries and all of the issues that he has, his addiction problems. Look how confused this man is when you put a gun in his hand. He doesn't know proper way to hold it. He's trying to hold this, doesn't even properly really fit in his hand. He can't even hold this weapon with two hands. So he is completely lost on the battlefield, and all of his previous injuries, there's much more deeper reserve on the bench that they would call up before they would call up Bradley with all of his issues. And as you said, his scoliosis and his inability to stand is also going to affect his effectiveness on the battlefield. You just said it yourself. Not only can he not even properly stand up, he's probably fucked up. I mean, he's probably high. So you don't want this guy beside you on the battlefield.
Well, what I'm not trying to argue is, should he be on the battlefield? No, he's in no shape to be. I'm trying to convince you that his heart is what he is. He's G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe is heart. Here is a man who is talented enough to collect minimum wage in the NBA, being a mediocre basketball player, but a phenomenal grenade thrower. If anybody out there in the world understands, grenades are one of the hardest things in the world to throw. They're like a ball, but they're not a ball. And then yes, they blow up at the end, but it's not as easy as you think. It's exactly as easy as I think, but I don't think you think it's easy because you guys seem to think he needs a grenade launcher on top of being able to throw. And so I think right now what we're doing is we're choking on a perfectly fine starting lineup figure. And I don't know why you're even picking on starting lineup right now. Like, what did they even have to do with the discussion? It's a perfect starting lineup.
Some people have proposed that's where the basketball come from. I do not subscribe to that theory.
Well, every starting lineup should come with a basketball, right?
And member of the jury, Graf, says he played on the team that went to entertain the North Korean supreme leader. Can't trust him on G.I. Joe.
There you go. It's true, too, because if you look at his face, zoom in on face, not mine, his. If you think back to the cartoon, I don't even think that's the same guy. Doesn't even look like the original Big Lob. I think that one's still in a North Korean prison.
It could be. They could have sent an imposter over here. I think we're ready for a ruling on this guy if Judge Dookie is present and ready to give a verdict, unless you have any closing thoughts on Mr. Cooper here.
Don't tell us about the basketball sergeant that saved our lives. We all had one, but we got to move on from those guys. PEDs. Oh, you know what? We might have lost our judge. It's possible. It's possible.
Crow's clearly making a 3-point argument on the court. That's clearly Firefly, a faceless janitor says.
The first two were just slam dunks.
Yeah, that's right. There's a slam dunk of a case right here is what this is.
Yeah.
I wanted so hard to like this guy, but oh my God, they really this was another one of the ones that Lenny was like, hey, look, guys, we're gonna make him don't put any thought into making him fit together.
I don't hate the guy, but it's just one of those, I don't know. How do you hate the appearance of this guy but love Bazooka? You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like splitting hairs at this point, the sports jersey military thing. But this guy's got a lot of civvy dress, and I do like what they've done with some of it. The rickety chest bugs me. His whole role on Joe bugs the shit out of me. But as far as a toy figure goes, I kind of like doing the dunk poses and things like that. Like, seriously, why the fuck do you need a grenade launcher if the entire reason you're on the team is because you can throw a grenade good?
Right. Right. So was this a ruling in Bradley's favor?
Well, we lost Dookie. Evil Dookie, but I'm going to assume that we could ask Pop.
No, Dookie says I put it
he's
in.
Still here.
So, yeah, he's here. So I'm wondering if that's a ruling in Big Lob's favor.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
And then
should have come with the dino.
Pop calls. I call from Minstrel. I hate this guy.
I actually Graf. Sorry, I just saw Graf's comment at the very bottom there. It says you should come with a dino. I think that would have made this one of the strongest sets in G.I. Joe history if Big Lob came with a dinosaur out of fucking nowhere and just no reason or explanation. I'd be like, I need that. Why? Why do I need that?
What if it was a smaller dinosaur and he lobs the dinosaur?
Both would make sense. I mean, this guy playing, just jamming on a couple of raptors, taking it to the hoop, or swatting a ball out of the little T-Rex arms. I gotta change my mic. My headset just died.
Med board for separation, he says. So I think Dookie is ruling against Big Lob. So
okay,
2 for 2. 2 for 4.
Oh my God. Joe, you gotta be, are we kidding here? Who's it coming down to? The mole trooper?
He cares more about basketball than he does his team. Okay, so yeah, he's out. He is right out of there.
Okay.
And I will say what's up real quick to Chad Floor. Says show me if Tunnel Rat can hug and wrap around Big Lob like the cartoon. Nobody's shown me the size comparison, and Big Lob's hair is wrong. I did in my video. I did show the size comparison with him and Tunnel Rat. I did not try wrapping tunnel rat around him. I think you could do it, but good Lord, I have tunnel rat geared up and it's so hard to get all of his shit to stay together on him and then get him to stand. I just didn't want to put myself through it trying to get the pose. I do want to. I think it can be done, but it's going to be a balancing act of wizardry to get both of them to stand like that. But I think you can do it.
So what was it Evil Dookie brought up the point about his dedication to basketball, no go, whatever?
Yeah, he cares more about basketball than his team.
Oh yeah, because he's a reservist. That they totally wrote him up like you can come and go at will, pick your mission, all that. I remember that in the file card. It's kind of like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Here's the thing that it reminds me of now that Evil Dookie brought it up. Before my first tour to Afghanistan, my troop, like our CO, he gave my troop such shit because a group of guys had got caught cheating on some sort of exercise test that we were doing in the field, and they got caught, early exposure to what the test questions were going to be and gotten a lot of shit. So, you come back from that like that exercise, you get formed up in the field, and here's your officer screaming about your professionalism and stuff like this. And all of us had to watch these guys get chewed out. And he's like, you'll never see me ever emulate anything so unprofessional. And not even an hour later, we had a mess tent that was showing the hockey game, and he comes running out like a lunatic in an Oilers jersey and in combat pants, like, he just finished telling 250 guys how unprofessional they were, right?
Right.
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. So
you want to address or have a quick comment for Ultra Mensch comment here?
They should have named him Big Log rolled toilet paper.
Big Log.
I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
I accidentally named my review Big Log unboxing and review because I was when I typed it out, I carried it over from my my video program, and I was in a hurry and flew through it, and I didn't realize that I typoed it. So when it went to YouTube, it said Big Log unboxing and review. All right, so one more. It's going to come down to Mole Rat Stage 2, number 190 in the line. So let's paper, rock, scissors for prosecution and defense. 1, 2, 3, throw. 1, 2, 3, throw.
You son of a bitch.
All right.
Get out of my head.
2, 3, throw.
Oh, you got me.
Aha. I am going to
these scissors, and nothing ever beats it except that.
So I am going to defend Mole Rat Stage 2.
Very well then. Evil Dookie, you still here? Because this one's going to be pretty cut and dry, sir. Pretty cut and dry. I, sir, recommend that we just accuse this one of identity theft right away. It doesn't matter if you call yourself Stage 2. You are the exact same figure with one added bonus piece. You are a Happy Meal no matter what toy you come with, right? Doesn't matter how many colors we repaint you. So giving yourself a new identity, Stage 2, Stage 1, it doesn't matter. You're just a mole rat. So to call you a new figure is a misnomer. Right? We can say the head is new, but we can't say this figure is new. Just because you slapped a new paint on your pig doesn't make it the different pig. So that's my accusation.
To say good night to GI Jetman is out of here. Thank you.
Night, buddy.
Jetman, appreciate you tuning in, man. All right, so let's see. Let me get me back up here. So not only is this a new figure, this is a superior figure to the original mole rat with these vibrant colors. Sure, he comes with some reused gear, but we just saw figures that are upcoming that come with reused gear. That is neither here nor there within the G.I. Joe line. But I will stipulate, if I can find it over here. I seem to be missing my evidence.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
I suggest this case get thrown the fuck.
Oh, nope. Here it is. Here it is. So here's the evidence. I will submit that this entirely newly tooled, new head sculpt will completely turn this into a brand new character and convince you that it is worthy of being in your collection. This is a stage tool to Mole Rat, further within the throes of his infection. Clearly different from the first Mole Rat. No identity theft. He's wearing an entirely different color suit, which puts him in an entirely different category of Mole Rat. He was clearly the first one in the mine shaft and has the most serious energon infection. So just the fact that he is carrying the gear of the original Mole Rat does not mean that he is stealing his identity. This is in fact an entirely different type of mole rat.
Oh, okay. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, that was a lot of really good $5 words and fancy jargon. Give me full screen right now. Can you hear me okay? Because I'm not.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, look, it's me, Crow. It's Crow without a hat. Hang on. Sorry, I'm a brand new character now. Not good enough? Hang on. Look, I'm Superman. Now I'm Clark Kent. Why do you guys keep falling for this? This is your money being wasted on parlor tricks. Oh, now you see him. No, maybe there was no mole rat at all. It's good. You can take me off. I've made my point.
Next, counselor, you're going to claim that this is Zartan.
Can you say that it's not? Zartan is the master of disguise.
You can clearly see that this is an entirely different head all the way down to the bone. Could not in any way be Zartan. He cannot go to the depths of showing his skull as part of an outfit. I will stand by the fact that this is an entirely separate character.
You, sir, I think underestimate Zartan's perverted nature. I've heard he's shown that skull to quite a many. I don't know. You want closing arguments on this? Again, I said the accusation was of identity theft because this did nothing for me to change the identity of the mole rat. It did nothing to further define the story, with the exception of the head now has blinded him. To me, this is a corpse. I don't see how this is a functional trooper anymore. I lay this gentleman down. He is done. The verdict is irrelevant. This is a corpse, not a mole rat. Dead trooper, over there. Go carry the tote. Away
So
with
by your own admission, just then it's a different character because the first mole rat was clearly not a corpse.
No, sir. I say it ceased to be a character. I call it a corpse. It was once a character, but is no more.
Let's have a ruling, Judge. Is mole rat able to be defended?
Oh,
let's see. The mole rat is your own town meth head that just keeps getting arrested. Changing the clothes doesn't change the man. Reuse. I rule with the prosecution.
and I love the meth head comparison. Gee, Billy, you look so much different with more scabs. Are you missing teeth? They look great.
Could you imagine if the energon was blue, like the Breaking Bad crystal?
You just have nothing but Heisenberg following him around, staring at him.
Oh my God. Jesse walking around trying to smoke him. All right.
Well, I think we got through it. We're done.
Oh, we did. And Matthew saying Zartan has a skull mask. God damn it.
Yeah, I mean the dreadnought whole thing is the skull and snake, right? Their whole
Faceless Master saying, have you ever seen Mole Rat and Zartan at the same time? God.
What does this look like to you? A clown mask? That's a goddamn skull.
Oh my God. Pop says we must be in Australia. This is kangaroo court.
oh, siding with your cousin. Oh, blind. Justice is blind, right. Pop. She's blind and she can't
nepotism.
Good, and she's got a lisp.
Nepotism at its finest over here on the 3-Star Draw channel. I'm telling you. All right, that was the first trial run of Court of Backyard Opinion. And you guys, we've got 34 people still watching, and it's almost 11:30, 12:30 where you're at. So let us know some feedback. Was this fun? If we refine this, I thought it was fun. We need to work on it a little bit, but I thought this was a good side thing.
I ain't going to no comedy lounge and jumping into improv any day soon, but we can do it for Joe's. It's fun.
Yeah, I had fun with it. I hope you guys had fun listening to it. It was silly, and it was also made up about an hour and 20 minutes before the show started. So. Yeah.
And I also won't defend something very much. I don't feel a need to defend something we make up on the spot. So we're good.
Yeah. I had a good time. Steve saying Colin Dunn, like, well, the people's court is over. So oh man. So yeah, we'll work on it because we're gonna keep getting figures, and especially for preliminary jeerings with reveals. I think we can do something with that. So
yeah, and I mean the intent of it really was to kind of just take a kind of pause and a joke a little bit about what we criticize our figures about, and what the age-old arguments, like, you're so lucky gummy weapons never had to come up today, because it would have been the most repetitive argument. But I mean, that's not to say that the complaints about the figures aren't real, but if they're toys, and what do you do with toys but have fun, right? So fuck it.
Yeah. So yeah, it was fun. Appreciate you guys listening. Everybody seemed to like it, so hopefully we can get that a little more down pat. So thank you guys.
Weirdos.
Yeah, that's right. Try to have fun over here. There's enough negativity out there. Not like we're not part of it sometimes, but try not to have too much of that here.
Humans are fun.
Yep. Graph saying always fun to see someone attack something they bought out of love. That was the funny part. That was why we had to, like, on the fly pick who was prosecuting and who was defending, because you got to do it on the spot, and you might like love something and you have to attack it. So I thought that was a good idea. Crow kind of come up with that idea. It was fun.
Critical thinking exercise at the minimum. But anyways, like you said, an hour and a half of hanging out with our friends and just doing a thing, right? So.
That's what we're here for. That's what we want to do. So what do you got coming up on the crusty old Crow channel? Evil Dookie, you got a question there for you, Crow?
Do I have any more knock vehicles coming up? No, not right now, because anybody, as much as I love the knocks, like, that's kind of, I like that being your stomping ground. I'm more enjoying what you're doing with knock than I am expressing myself in a knock. This backdrop is about as knock as it's going to get. It's just to put my figures on there. So as far as what I'm going to be doing, I've got to do some sort of hodgepodge videos about customs and things like this, like some of the stuff I showed you today with Snake Eater and the boat. What did we end up calling the boat? I like the very first suggestion the most. What was that?
Ho Chi Minho.
I like the Ho Chi Minh a lot. So I think we're gonna go with that. So thanks, Troy, for that. Not that the other suggestions weren't good, but that one just caught me so off good. It's like Bodie McFace, right? Like
Oh, yeah. We need now we've got to come up with a Gilligan's Island parody song for Snake Eater and the Ho Chi Minh Ho.
well, I also wanted to share with you guys, like I said, a perspective on um and I hate saying this, but Dookie will probably know anybody who served on a base or in the modern military. Dude's mom was a slut. I'm sorry, she really was. And you know, you keep things in the infantry family, and if that can, that can be dude's ex-wife. Okay, maybe if you're gonna raise the kid, this is kind of what maybe you hope to expect is the perfect infantry raised by four fathers. That's kind of what I went with them. So
takes a little bit from everybody, just like his mom.
well, no, I mean his mom she's all about the regiment, man. She is regimental support agency number one. 901 times.
Dude. Billy Butch says, in a world where Punch the Monkey is being bullied by other monkeys, we need a show like this. Have you seen that? Have you seen the monkey?
Oh, yes. Punch the monkey with the little stuffed animal?
Yes, it's everywhere.
Yes. Hearts ring.
Man, I like this faceless janitor. This is like, I could make this my motto. Mm-hmm. Collecting Joes while the world burns sounds like a plan to me. That's kind of what we're doing over here.
I can't take it from you, so you might as well.
So what do you have coming up? What are you working on? Any videos, anything you doing you want to talk about?
So I'm gonna, like I said, do the customs videos because that's my way of providing some sort of content to the channel, pleasing the algorithm god by reminding them that I have a channel every 15 days or so. Plus, I got nothing else no new figs until they show up, right? So I'm going to do a hodgepodge video basically on a little bit of what the shelf dials are looking like for where I'm putting all my figs, because I got one of these that occupies about a 15 by 15 by 30 inches, and I have 70 Joes piled into it, and it looks wicked for a group photo. So I'll probably just do a quick photo and then showing off customs like many lifelines instead of one lifeline and Snake Eater and stuff like that in the video. And that's it. That's all I got going on. What do you got coming up? I know you're Wednesday, you'll be back with Pop. We know that. But what else you got going on?
Yep. We'll be back for Sevens Wild next week. I've got Hit and Run and Lifeline coming up. So a little bit of a sneak peek of my thoughts on those guys. Not we didn't reveal too much, maybe a little bit for Hit and Run. Got those coming out. Let's see. I should be on Saturday. I'm going to be on with Same Time Toys for a little while on Smoking Joe's.
Oh, I think I'm there with you as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know who all the roster is. I just know I was asked. So, but I think he's going to have a YouTube in our own mind star-studded show. Because that's what this is for all of us. And I'm still slowly working on next Tuco Viper segment. Got a lot of it filmed. I got to finish the audio for it. Got a little bit of it I'm going to rework. That is taking a lot of time and going a lot slower than I wanted, but I am working on it. Got some other little Tuco Viper things I want to do coming up. So other than that, man, that's about it. Once I get these Joes reviewed, if I find that Royal Guard, I'll get a review out on that guy. I'm not in any big hurry or anything. So I get him when I get him. Like I said, that day I didn't even pre-order him, and then he sold out. So I do want him. I'm like you. I'm probably just going to get one and maybe later down the road try to snag one on clearance. Dookie says, Crow, send me the file card info on Snake Eater and he will write up a song for you.
Yeah, buddy, I will get that to you ASAP because I think I'll hold off until I have that back for you because I know what he does, and I think that's exactly the kind of traction I need to put photos around something is to like, oh, okay, it's going to be about that. Good, yeah, buddy, I appreciate that. Snake, you're getting a song, you fuck.
Yeah, getting your own theme, getting your own theme song. Oh, hold on, I have something.
That Larry Hammer.
Let's see, where did it go? Oh, there it is.
How did you go to the bathroom with all this shit on?
That's not the one I was looking for, but there it is. Well, never mind. I had the I guess I deleted that one to make room. I had the I'm gonna get you, sucker. Every hero needs a theme song.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say the StreamYard tutoring continues.
Yeah. Well, when you start adding and deleting stuff on the media for clips and then you move it all around, it kind of gets confusing. Yeah, Chad, I'm glad you he got the Breaking Bad reference. Are you accusing me, abuela? And I haven't done a shelf tour for a while. I've got one. I think I did it. I might have done it on Instagram. I did one a few months ago, but I have rearranged stuff since then. I don't think I've done one since I rearranged one, and I definitely hadn't done one since I put my sticker board up. So that'll be a good use for that gimbal that I bought that I'm still trying to learn how to use. I bought a gimbal for my phone so I bought it to do videos and splice in, but I really hadn't messed with it a lot yet.
Yeah. Well, you've been busy too.
So that is all I think we got for tonight on the battlefield. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Ridiculous as usual, but that's how we like it. And that's it. We'll see you guys in a couple weeks. So thanks for joining us.
Talk to you soon. Evil Dookie, I'll reach out, buddy. Cheers.
See you guys.
Yeah.